In 5.
No, now.
We're live! Way! All right.
Let's peak all the mics immediately.
Hello, everyone. Yeah, just coming with the peaking. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dice Capital. This is Eat as the Earth, episode 5.
What is this?
It's a
Is this
a Parisian
It's
classic.
alright, my hand. Listen, my fingers are too sweaty to click.
Oh, great.
Charming,
just
charming,
slide.
Harry. Good to know. Good to know.
And you'll be able to hear that because of our new microphone.
Well, we'll get to that in a sec.
sorry.
Introductions. Harry's really introduced himself in every way.
Sweaty palms.
Name and also the guy with the sweaty fingers.
Yep. I'm Seb. My fingers are recently moisturised thanks to Shannon.
Yeah.
So,
Hand cream.
hand cream.
I'm Shannon. I'm the owner of the hand cream. So I've got the softest hands.
I'm Sam, and my hands are pretty neutral at the moment.
My hands are dry and cracked. I'm Liam. Right. Let's get to it. So, happy New Year, everyone. East of the Earth is a game, is a setting that's based on the video game Caves of Cuds. Thanks, as always, to Freehold Games for giving us permission to use their amazing setting. Shall we quickly go around and everyone just say their characters, just in case we've got any new watchers?
Their hands.
We've already done. We've done names. We've done state of hands. Only things left is characters. Introduction. Seb, do you want to go first?
Yeah. I play Tumbleheart Baraka III, who is a delightful planty boy.
Well, just a plant person, but yeah.
He's a planty boy.
No.
I play a dog and his pet, Stev.
Don't confuse them. Then people are going to take that face
so
value.
confusing.
Oh, the Joker
It's
is the
a
group.
bloke and a dog. He's right here.
Oh,
Got
gross.
much nicer art now. This is probably covered last episode, wasn't it?
Harry missed last session.
Let's move on.
Yeah. So you're playing Stev and his dog.
Dog, yes.
And his dog.
Shannon.
I'm playing Hababus, and the important thing to note is that she has an accent. She's always had an accent since the first session. She's had an accent. It's great, and we all love it.
We'll get to announcements like that in a second, but yeah. And Sam.
I am Sam, I've already said that. And I'm playing Tetsu Oitap. He's that beautiful blue boy just below me.
Cool.
What the?
Right. Announcements. First of all, we have a new sound setup, as previous listeners may be able to tell. I don't know what I'm doing when I'm setting any of this stuff up, so if there's any problems with it, anyone too quiet, anyone too loud, please do message in the chat. Harry's just going to pay no attention to the game and just monitor the chat, so yeah, we'll get on that.
If you hear mobile phone interference, I want you, and that sounds usually like something like this. If you hear that,
If you hear a small campaign of mice playing the trumpet,
that is what it sounds like.
It is either a mobile phone or like a rapidly approaching arm.
Yeah. If it does sound like that, if you hear that, type in all capital letters in the chat, and I'm more likely to see it, and send like 20 or 30 messages.
no, don't send 20 or 30 messages.
No, because otherwise I'm unlikely to see it. I need to see movement. on
Yeah,
my
okay,
screen.
fine.
So
Look,
do spam the
Point
chat.
is, new sound setup. We're trying to fine tune it for people listening. There's only so much we can do at our end, but if there's any problems, please let us know. We'll try to change them as quickly as we can. Also, we're trying to get rid of these mice with their tiny trumpets running around, pretending to be phones.
It's a problem.
Yeah. Any other announcements from the group aside from Shannon's, which we'll get to in a sec? Just want to.
No.
No. Okay. Well, Shannon is. You're going to do an accent now.
I've always been doing
an accent.
Since episode 1.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But
It's
just,
going to be bad. Please don't make.
she hasn't switched the character. It's just the point. It's a continuation. But we're still learning the ropes, trying things out. So yeah. Anything else?
No. Let's go.
No. Okay.
Oh, we're about to throw down. aren't
To
we?
eat it. Well,
Well, hopefully after some level of rest.
actually.
Because I'm looking at my character sheet.
Hold on. I screwed up on something on the setup. 1 second.
Quick! We've got to fill the time.
I've got to fill the time.
Go on.
A dance. Seth, join in. Do the dance. Yeah. Go so well.
What is that noise?
That was sorry, just turning the sound on. Okay.
Let us know your New Year's resolutions in the chat, guys.
Oh, gross.
The algorithm.
Oh, the algorithm.
Right. So, is that working? It is. Brilliant. It works. So, shall we begin with the recap?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Good. I mean, you have to say yes, you know.
We all just go.
So, last time, you'd headed to Moonspear, this stone outcropping that rises just above the canopy, following the advice of Yurgoth, Tumbleheart's mentor. There, as the night came, you'd been surrounded by goat folk who, despite one of their number initially attacking you, led you in relative peace to one of their holy sites, Orogurg. There you drank of an acrid soup, which brought on strange visions of a white serpent descending from a black star to gift a prism to a three-eyed mouse, who in turn spread a terrible corruption through the jungle. Awaking at daybreak, Tetsu left the group to inspect the great chrome obelisk that overlooked Orogurg, and you found the remains of this great golem buried within the earth. You descended into its mouth, and inside you connected some of your instruments left by Lucky, the wizard who taught you, to the machine's heart, and you activated your astral oscilloscope.
Indeed.
And learned how it worked, which provided you with this ethereal map to assumedly the esper you're hunting. Following the direction of this device, you left Orogurg and you later arrived at this great Eater ruin that sat atop a cliff. You entered into the pipes beneath that were revealed by this split in the earth that it had risen on. As you ascended this ruin, you activated these ancient defense systems that sent out these bladed insects of metal. And you, by the skin of your teeth, you narrowly escaped this place. And we ended the previous session with you emerging into the open air. Now, it's been a little bit since then. Indeed, it has been an arduous day. From the heart-racing escape from the bowels of this ruin, your ascent of this tower has turned to hours of monotonous, exhausting climbing. Through this derelict, you've risen, finding purchase in rusted chrome and eroded falcrete, the pale, hardy stone native only to Eater architecture. Although the ascent was never hazardous, the constant climb under the hot Cud sun, without the relief of a jungle canopy to shade you, has been greatly taxing to all. Thankfully, climbing is the only task you're called upon to perform, and the day is free from combat or other hazards. Although Herbabus maintains a vigilant and learned eye for the dangerous flora and fauna that can root and roost within these ruins, such creatures appear to be wholly absent. Indeed, all signs of life are. Animals have abandoned this place entirely, and what plants you find are withered and brown. Technology is likewise quiet here. It's weathered beyond recognition, no longer functional, and even the soil seems dead and crumbles to the touch. All that remains in life's place is just a deathly quiet, which is occasionally punctuated by zik, zik, these black sparks that you have now all come to notice. These little jagged cuts in the air seem to make their way up and down this structure, jumping from metal to metal, and as you saw before, they appear to be drawing life from the jungle below. With the sun setting, Babes and Stev have fashioned a paltry campfire from dry, lifeless branches, and you've begun to take what rest you can behind a falcrete wall as the night air whistles a somber tune just beyond. This high up, there's not a wall, floor, or ceiling that is not broken in some way, and the erosion only worsens the higher you go, turning the top of this ruin into a narrowing, porous structure like an upside-down wasp's nest, perhaps. You think this may be the only point where you can still find some shelter from the elements and get decent rest, and if Tetsu's magic is to be believed, the esper you hunt lurks at this peak. So, better to regain your strength now than to face him in your current exhausted state. Is there anything you are doing or saying as you slowly begin to settle down?
No.
It's going to be a good session, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Tetsu, how do we know we can actually trust this device of yours?
That's a very good question, Mr. Plant. And
Please, do call me Tumbleheart.
of course, Tumbleheart, I have no idea. I have no idea. I don't know. I just plugged it in.
So
All I'm saying is we had a discussion earlier. We said we'll follow it. We'll see where it leads. Okay.
Right. That was just before all the horrible bladed insects.
Exactly. I haven't got a clue, mate. All I know is I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm ready for a little kip. And I'm ready to fuck some esper shit up.
Let's do it.
And I shake one of his vines.
Yeah.
One of their vines.
What, you just reach out and grab it and shake?
Yeah, no, I extend my coil.
Sure.
It's
Beg your pardon?
You heard.
I blush. Modestly.
Give it hang blue skin, I'm not sure you can blush modestly. It's like either just like really shows up.
Yeah. You just turn like a shade of purple when you blush.
That's exactly what I do.
I said we rest up, yes?
Yes.
Well, speaking of this esper, I knew this wasn't the accent I was going to do, but it's happening now.
I like it.
That's good.
Are we in any way prepared? I mean, last time we faced it, it did not go well.
Actually, that's a very good point. we've been hunting this esper really on the kind of premise that we'd be able to defeat it when we found it, but
It fired so many light knives at us.
it was a lot of fire. I don't do very well with fire.
I think the only person that got a hit on it was the dog. I look at the dog.
The dog looks back. Yeah, right. Well,
Stare at those perfect
I'm-
black eyes.
I'm now going to attempt to retroactively, canonize the dog's inability to do anything in the first one. We didn't quite know what the dog could do back then. It may have been that I weren't fully in control of him, but I'm sure I've got him now.
You
Right,
are
dog?
absolutely...
Right, dog? Yeah, right. And the dog looks back, and it maybe looks maybe like it might do. I'll skip next time, maybe.
What? I was under the impression that the dog was in charge.
No. I tell it what to do. I tell bite, and it'll go bite someone. Don't know where this accent is going now. More
Speaking of accents, Shannon, you can have inspiration for doing an accent.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, none for me.
I believe you got one at the start, Harry.
That is true.
The
Admittedly,
tip
I
is to be
did.
bad for 5 weeks and then come in mediocre.
I don't think I ever got inspiration for the accent because I carried this character over from before we were doing the stream.
So did
Oh,
I.
perhaps.
So I want it.
Just saying, but that's fine.
I'm kidding. Don't give me
Well, I
inspiration.
mean, I feel like if I give it to you now,
Oh,
I'm
would
being...
you really want that inspiration?
Yeah, have you really earned it?
No.
It would just cheapen the inspiration for all of us.
We
that's
have
fine.
bad taste in our mouth.
Fair enough. No, it's fine. I don't need it. It's fine, Liam.
Who's taking first watch?
Dog.
No.
Hold on.
Hey.
Is the dog?
No, he asked
So-
me to.
Shannon, are you going to talk about the thing or not? Okay.
Oh.
Who are you talking to?
I have a god.
Someone's been sitting there the entire time.
Just turned around. I was like, oh, hey guys.
It's Bob, the fifth party member you never paid attention to.
I have a mechanics question,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. Can I take a watch and then dog take a watch?
Do you trust Dog to take a watch?
No, not really, actually.
Yeah.
No.
Because I could, it's kind of me in
I
control when
could
he's
be-
doing that.
Yeah, okay. Me and Dog will take a watch. We'll take a watch.
No, I'll take 7 watch.
Oh, it takes the last watch.
I'll sleep all the way through. 'Cause that went
Excellent.
so well last time. Someone trying to gouge out my eye.
Okay, so you
Before we sleep, perhaps, it's really going many places.
kind of French or
French
Ukrainian,
is
somewhere between the
German.
two.
It's considerably more consistent than mine.
Yeah.
Let's just put it this way.
It's fine, I mean-
It's staying in Europe. That's
We
it.
are.
That's
Look, I mean, only 2 of us are actual actors. The rest of us are all just learning as we go.
Disclaimer.
Don't put that kind of pressure on us.
Good point.
Dice
Yeah.
Capital is only
Okay.
40% actor.
40% actor.
It is. I did some quick maths.
It's good math, yeah.
Quick maths.
No. I realised as I said it that someone will make that reference. Go, let's go.
Okay. It's very in date.
I'm confused. Anyway,
Big shout.
I've been mulling it over and seeing how I fight around you guys. I'm a very good fighter, but around you I don't know what happens. And seeing myself actually die the other day. Oh god.
Stick with it.
I'm trying. When we were in...
What were you talking about when you talked to the Enod? That's Red Rock.
When we were in Red Rock, it's going really badly.
It's fine, challenge.
It's
It's
not.
It's good.
it's going better than you think it's going.
Yeah.
Enod, she gave me something, and I was going to keep it a secret. I don't really know you guys, but we might all die tomorrow, so I have this.
And she shows you a little, essentially kind of brass-capped glass cylinder that has this very kind of viscous crimson fluid in it, and there's just a kind of fine silver needle coming out of one end. There's a kind of faint kind of runes on either end of this, but what it is, you're not sure.
What is it? I'm not sure.
Well, according to Enod, it can bring one person back from the dead.
I spit my water.
That's so valuable!
And panic as a result.
You spit your water out, water being a very precious resource in this setting.
If anything, it increases the drama of the
Exactly.
It immediately turns everything up to 11, like, oh my god, and everyone breaks out into a cold sweat.
And then we're like,
oh no! Keep it in!
It'll save our lives.
She did specifically tell me that she only wanted it to be used on me.
Can you give me a deception
I
check?
can give you a deception check.
do I roll insight against that?
No, she just makes deception basically, and then
Oh, 23.
would you have reason to doubt her?
No.
You believe
Sorry,
her.
guys.
It's the only one.
Why you?
She knows.
Yeah.
Enod.
Oh yeah.
Who the fuck are you?
Okay. Bavis goes into Italian American. Hey, what the fuck are you away?
Tetsu. Been travelling for days.
We've known each other nearly a week.
At this point, you've been together about, I think it's getting close to 10 days.
Over a week.
We've known each other for over a week. So what is it?
How does it work? So what do we do if you go down again?
Do you want to look?
Do you want to give me an Arcana check? Actually, you specifically might have some knowledge of
I
this.
do want to. I really want to actually.
You can just ask, like, do I know about this nice essay?
Oh, it's a nat one.
Oh, yeah, you and I.
you drop it.
Lucky did not teach you anything about this.
No.
I'm actually sort of more, I think maybe more interested in, like, I presume I've never seen like a syringe type thing before. Does it look like?
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially a small, it can only really fit in your hand, and it's just got a needle, so there's nothing to push, like a syringe.
Okay.
But, yeah, I don't think, you won't have seen metalwork this fine, but except for with Eater relics, which do have a level of precision that is beyond.
Can I sort of take rather than an
Mortal
Arcana
care.
thing, like maybe like a history on like that kind of craftsmanship?
It would really be Arcana rather than history. History would be kind of about the lives of human folk, not Eaters.
Fair enough.
But you can give me an Arcana check if you want to see if you know about it.
9.
No, you're not sure what this is.
Would it
I'm
be
not sure what this is.
too late for me to take an Arcana check? Because I realised I didn't do that at the time.
Didn't you? Okay, sure, yeah, you can give me an Arcana check, yeah.
14?
14. Perhaps you'll have heard of. No, it's fine. You have dice on the on the mics.
Yeah, but right underneath people speaking, I'll try to be better.
Yeah, fair enough. Perhaps you'll have heard of kind of like magical elixirs in the way that we'll have in Monday heard of like the Goblet of Youth, or is that what it's called? The Chalice
Fountain
of
of Youth.
Fountain of Youth.
Goblet of fire.
Goblet of Fire.
Goblet of Fire. Holy Grail.
Holy Grail, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
that kind of
It'll be very mythological the way you've heard of. You'll have heard of magical substances.
Crystal Pepsi.
Crystal Pepsi, yeah. If you drink all of them, they say that you
Double
ascend
Szechuan
to godhood. You can find all of them.
Pit. Something. It's Lazarus Pit.
Yeah, Lazarus Pits.
Yeah, sure. I don't think you drink the Lazarus Pit.
Philosopher's
You
Stone.
bathe in it, Philosopher's Stone.
Also not a liquid.
Well, Philosopher's Stone actually be
It
anything.
actually was.
Could be anything.
Could be
Philosopher's
anything.
Stone. No,
Yeah, not in Harry
No, that's
Potter.
Harry Potter,
rock,
mate.
mate.
It's not. It's only rock in Harry
I think-
Potter.
I
Philosopher's Stone is largely metaphorical in actual alchemy.
Oh. Well, that's me done.
Yeah, do you have inspiration? Because I'll give it back for not knowing obscure 14th century alchemy lore. Yeah, you all have a moment. Okay, so you produce this out, you say what you say. Three of them go, huh, I don't know what this is. I mean, all of you will have heard of like magical substances and fluids and so on. So
if you go down, we're to use it on you.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. How do we do that?
I assume you stick it down my heart.
Okay. Stab her in the heart with it.
you're wearing chainmail.
Uh-oh.
My arm,
Sure.
my neck, somewhere on my body.
Okay.
Okay.
Well-
Duly noted.
We'll do it.
And if you guys go down, I'll consider it, but
Well, you're not told you not to, so you know. Okay.
Well, exactly.
We yeah, right.
Yeah.
I believe that.
Everyone believed it.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I trust you
Yeah, I trust you.
wholeheartedly.
That's the one thing I
Like,
really.
Her baby starts crying.
We've only known each other 10 days, but I trust you, I trust Enod. You know what? I trust all of you.
Yeah. One thing I can truly say is that I never feel like any of you would lie to me.
Exactly. And
Feels like there's wholehearted trust
in fact,
between us.
as this is a moment for sharing and being so honest, I have something to show you guys. You already know about it.
Oh yes,
But I have a chrome hand.
Save the kelp.
So yeah, I mean, you see both something pretty bloody magical, where you thought was flesh, instead is this kind of beautiful, articulate limb of chrome that moves as if it were, flesh, but is a more kind of beautiful design. It lacks the gnarled and callous hands that you have, and it's not kind of wrapped in the thick leather of yours.
What the bloody hell is that?
It's my chrome hand.
I'm sorry,
You-
but that's disgusting.
Oh my
Have I
god.
seen anything like this ever before?
No, this guy has a magical hand, basically, to you.
Right. I'll take my knife and we'll cut it off.
No,
That's
no,
horrible
no,
cursed
that's
shit.
how I've got this hand because the other one got cut off.
No, that can't
Look,
be good.
look, I'm trying to share, you know? I'm trying to share.
I don't want to
I
share
trust
that
you guys.
hand
The
with you.
important thing about this is that I trust you guys. All of you.
But mine was
Especially
a cool thing.
you. Mine's pretty cool. It shoots lightning and shit.
That's fucking horrific.
But I'm just saying if it'll get us out of a pinch.
Nice.
Thank you.
It's a hand-donated pun.
That's a hand. That's a
I don't
hand
get to
pun.
make those often.
Steph
It's
doesn't know what a
niche.
pun is, sorry.
But I just wanted you guys to know, okay? And thank you, especially you.
Thank you,
for sharing.
everyone, for sharing.
Does anyone else have anything to share?
Please drop that.
Whilst I've wrecked a back up in my kelp.
Well,
Your last kelp bandage, by the way. So if you burn through this one.
I know. So I have to be a lot more careful with it now because.
I'll be honest, I feel a little bit like I haven't written any interesting secrets into my backstory, so no.
Steph? Do you want to?
Nope.
Okay.
What about you, dog?
Thank you.
Dog just kind of like,
Don't-
he's just
don't
going to
know
come
what
up
you
and then
want
just
to
go
get from
down
the
again.
dog. Stupid bloody mutt.
Well, should we rest up? Don't call the dog stupid.
You can't understand me. I know that's a lie, don't I?
Yeah, you know that's a lie. You worry that the dog understands you more than you understand you.
Isn't that true in life?
Yeah, man.
No, it's not. Dogs don't understand
the
human
plots.
thoughts in life. No, wrong.
Yeah.
Sorry if that's too loud, chat. Sorry.
It's just
feel
it's
like
too
I'm
truthful. I also love that you always just go for them. You're just going off camera. To
Yeah,
talk
I
to
know.
them.
So, okay, actually, this is going to annoy people, right? The reason I'm looking there is because the screen is there, so I can see chat stuff there. I should be addressing you here, shouldn't I?
Exactly.
Yeah.
As I say, we're all learning.
We're learning. We're growing. We're developing.
Well, I'm going to catch some shut-eye.
Yeah, do so. I'm going to catch some plot-related sleep stupor.
Okay.
What
about
does
you?
that mean?
What
I
about-
want you to expand on that.
I don't know. I know I don't sleep, but also mechanically it would be overpowered if I was aware all the time.
Well, you kind of sleep. I mean, you enter into a period of, diminished
Plot.
consciousness.
Yeah, plot-related sleep stupor.
Just call it sleep if you want.
PRSS.
Sure. Do you want to give me a perception check on advantage because Doc is assumedly helping?
Yes, can I have another one? Someone? 21.
Okay. Now who's next?
Me.
Yeah, it's you. Sorry, we all turned to look at you and I assumed you would pick up the cue.
I was yeah, sorry, I was loading. 20.
Cool. And Shannon? keen senses?
4.
4! Yay!
It's the same 2 guys who come back.
No, one of them's dead.
For the most part, you keep keen eye or senses. I don't know eyes, but nothing much disturbs you. As I say, it's very quiet here, kind of almost unnervingly so. Occasionally, an insect will kind of land there and then kind of quickly abandon this place. You notice, and I will actually say, what did you get for perception?
21.
21. When things get really quiet, when the wind dies down, when people aren't kind of breathing or snoring too loudly, when there aren't insects nearby, you think you particular, Stev, can just hear the faintest kind of sound of people whispering or something. You're not really sure, but it's never seemed, if it's something far away, then it never gets closer. If it's something kind of nearby, then it's so quiet it's not a problem, surprisingly. But you can just hear this faintest whispering, like people's voices, you think maybe, but you can't really make out anything more than that.
It scares the shit out of me.
Yeah, I mean, you break out into a cold sweat, but then quickly try to rub it back in.
Scoop it off and drink it.
It's a good joke.
Can everyone give me, but other than that, no problem. Can everyone give me a wisdom saving throw?
Sorry, guys.
No.
Except for dog. Dog is fine.
Except for dog.
Except for dog.
I got excited because I thought it was
17.
+6, but then I realised it's
Where
+0.
is saving throws? I always forget what they are.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Really? Okay,
Yeah.
sure. Good for you. Good for you.
Oh, look, I got the exact same roll. That was a fucking win.
So, what have we got? 17.
17.
11.
Okay.
And that one.
That one. That one 8. Okay, so both of you take 1 necrotic damage.
Okay, that's not. Oh, I wasted my inspiration then.
Well, it may have further effects, you don't know. Both of you have odd dreams again, perhaps not as odd as last night where, you know, you had an out-of-body experience and, you know, saw yourself die and kind of experienced ego death and saw some pretty gaudy hallucinations. You dream of your father, but not quite as you remember him, but as he was kind of described and mythologized. You dream of him, sword in hand, carving a bloody swathe, fighting the demon that he's famed for defeating, so on. And you, Tetsu, you dream of hunting down the mountain banks where you call home. And someone at your side who you don't recognise. When you turn to them, their face is overcast by shadow, and when they talk, it's just kind of distortion, nothing else. But there's a certain sense of ease and familiarity there that upsets you. There you go. Anyway, you awake the next day.
Long rest.
Long rest, indeed. So you get a long rest, but then take off 1 necrotic damage.
Great.
Yeah. You have not been disturbed in the night. Well, I mean, perhaps emotionally, but not physically. Did the babies not take any damage before?
Look, we just had a long rest.
Oh yeah, sorry. Sorry. Yeah,
Rubbish.
it's me being silly. Sorry.
Gee.
I should put the glasses on. I can barely see.
Who's here?
Is everyone here?
It's just none of the same players. You just bullied 4 complete strangers.
We're doing swapping seats every week, and I just. Right. As you wake up, those of you who have them, tie up your bedrolls. I think Steph just sleeps on the ground. You know, get a Falkreath boulder as a pillow.
Yeah.
I just sort of like I just stoop into my urn.
Yeah, you just
just my head.
shrink in.
Oh, yeah.
Very cute.
You basically just become like a bush.
Yeah. Little houseplant.
I will say just a note on Falkreath. So Falkreath is this, as I say, this white, slightly kind of porous-looking stone that is used in the construction of all these Eda ruins. It has a certain mythology to it that it's not, it's impervious to mortal blows, and it is only kind of things immortal like time and the elements that can weather it away. So as you notice kind of small pebbles a bit about, that perhaps gives you a sense of the kind of the deep time that has passed here to strip this thing back so much from what you can only imagine it once looked like. What are you doing?
We're gonna go kill ourselves an esper.
Definitely.
Yeah,
You okay?
we don't have a plan.
That is the.
I just draw my sword.
How's
I call
this
this
for a
one
plan?
plan.
Which
And then I
way?
get next out and say, and this one's my contingency.
Which way is our esper? Do we remember? 'Cause-
So when you saw it before, it basically drew a line. It seemed to map out the shortest path for you, which was through the jungle, kind of up through this place. And so far as you saw the line pointing to the peak of this structure you're in, that of course was yesterday morning. So it's been 24 hours since then. The esper may have moved. You don't know.
Who would know the most about espers? All of us.
Probably you. You in a historical sense. You in personal experience, because you grew up in a place
Do I know
where.
anything useful?
Do you want to give me just a basic intelligence check?
Yeah. 20.
20. Okay. So you recall your primary reference, or what comes to mind almost immediately when you think of espers is Zato, your father's personal guard, who was pretty terrifying. As I said before, you've seen him just kind of slowly pass a sword through plate mail with someone inside it, as if it was just running through water. So you know that espers are capable of feats that are just beyond normal folk. On a 20, I will say you also know that the kind of how psychic abilities manifest is very distinct from esper to esper. They can have a whole host of powers. Some are clairvoyance. Some, like Zato, have abilities that apply to combat. So on and so forward. Really, so far as you understand it, it's kind of imagination is kind of the limit, really, when it comes to realising what these powers can do. And very powerful espers can become very significant figures in history. Some of the kind of more famous kind of conqueror kings have been espers. You think of Oth, of course, of the city Oth. Basically rose to prominence from being a slave, purely on the back of their own psychic abilities. But there are just fledgling espers who can do maybe lift a pebble, who are, really only as threatening as a regular person. Although, given what you saw before, you suspect this esper is a bit stronger than just lifting a pebble.
Yes.
My principal concern is being set on fire.
Well, don't you worry, my friend.
I think you just gave him inspiration.
What's the point in worrying?
You might
Hakuna
die.
Matata.
Who?
An old mentor of mine.
The great venerable
His great
ancient
teaching
sage
was-
Hakuna Matata.
Yeah.
Or the one plant who was immune to fire, Hakuna Matata.
Stories.
Some said he had no worries till the end of his days.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. It was just a positive outlook.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Let's just say. Let's see what happens.
Is it worth trying to appeal to them as a person?
We hadn't thought of that.
Was there lots of fire last time? I can't really remember. I was getting over them.
I distinctly remember a lot.
So there was a massive explosion.
There
that,
was,
you know,
yeah.
The kind of the
one
flying
that
shrapnel
killed
killed your
I know.
master. And then you also saw at one point the esper launch these beams of kind of black burning energy, and you did see it explode a guy's head.
I did.
No, the water.
Look, well then, who's got some idea? Well, my idea, I have one plan, and that's attack. Let's kill that bastard.
It's a bad plan. What have you got?
Actually, my plan was largely the same plan.
Awful stuff.
Yeah, exactly the same, but the dog attacks first.
I'll go for that.
That was a much more refined version. The dog is definitely faster than I am.
Who'd have thought?
Dog runs fast.
Yeah.
Strong dog.
Strong dog.
Dog.
You two have bows.
And it can jump. And we can
Really
stand
high.
back and throw things and arrows and so on and shout insults.
Do you guys want to go ahead without me? It seems like you got this.
No,
Last
no,
time, it bloody well shot a fireball straight at us before we even had a chance to say anything to it. So why are we going to try and find a fucking conversation?
We think it's a kid, right?
You saw like appeared only to be about maybe kind of 14, 15, you think?
What the kids like? YouTube?
So you've actually
I like twitch.tv/Dice Capital.
Like what
God,
do you know?
David Dobrik along with
so you may recall that there was a kind of there was a moment after you slew the thralls of this esper. They did have a kind of a tortured moment where they kind of started screaming basically before they teleported away into the jungle.
Let's play on their emotional damage.
That's so dark.
That's so dark.
Do you want to live?
Fair enough.
Yeah, you do. Actually, I will say on your 20, you will know the fundamental tactic to killing espers is, if they're powerful, is to kill them before they know they're being attacked. Essentially, before they have a chance to manifest their abilities, taking them out swiftly is usually the way to go. At a certain level of strength, that kind of becomes impossible. In which case, it's considered to be an esper is the way you fight an esper, or magic.
That's not good.
What about psychic dogs?
Do you know the dog's psychic?
He's
What
our
about
expert.
dogs?
Yeah, no one knows this dog is psychic. I want to
No,
be clear.
sorry.
Excellent intuition, though.
Thanks.
No,
Well, I
it's
thought
not.
if only,
I was talking
if
about-
only we had a psychic dog,
Oh.
we could fight the esper with that. Sadly, we've only got this normal dog.
It gives you
It bloody well does not.
well, it's cutesy for everyone else, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who's a good boy?
Whoop.
I mean, yeah, magic.
Killed by them.
Basically, magic power, or psychic power, or surprise are considered to be the kind of three.
We've got 2 of those.
Yeah, well, let's surprise it with magic power.
Exactly.
It'll be like 4 times effective.
That's bloody great. Let's do that.
Okay.
Babers, you seem to have much more like tactical acumen than the rest of us.
Fuck it, let's just go surprise it.
Why don't we? No.
No.
I was going to say split up.
No.
We are the exact same number in.
And
We are a little
And
bit
we got a
like.
dog.
We are a little bit like the
I
gang
hate
from
this.
Scooby-Doo.
I hate this.
I'm back
We
in
are slight
Zoinks!
jinkies. Anyway.
I lost my eye patch.
Anyway. We
Who is who?
well, he was said Shaggy.
Yeah, Shaggy and Scooby, fine, but like, who's anyone else?
I mean that
I'm
you
Daphne
have a
because I've got the ginger
No, you're
hair.
not your Velma.
No, we had a
You're-
conversation
you're
like this,
Velma.
but not
Breakfast
not,
Club.
not
Daphne.
Breakfast Club, not
Daphne.
Scooby Doo.
She's tall and
That doesn't.
You're not Fred.
You know what? It actually works.
I mean, in terms of like, kind of physical capabilities, Fred was sort of like the American football playing one, wasn't he?
No, he was a bit up
And
himself,
you're a
like,
weak,
which you are.
slow plant.
They never do anything
You're not.
physical. I mean, Daphne is the one who knows like karate or something, right?
Yeah.
So
Does she?
I think so. That might just be the
I'm
movie.
not up on my Scooby-Doo lore.
The Scooby extended canon.
You missed the memo where we were doing the Scooby-Doo thing.
Sorry,
Right.
anyway, we
Okay.
returned from our brief interlude.
Yes, briefly, kind of the quantum entangled world overlaps. There's some ancient ETA technology misfires, and you're going to tremble and change places with your alternate, Scooby selves.
If anyone
like
does fan art,
Zoinks!
please make
We
this.
gotta hunt this Esper Scoob! Psychic powers! Right. We'll do that game another time.
That sounds
Eaters of
great.
the Earth, what's going on here?
That sounds just infinitely better than anything.
Right.
Right.
It's a hard pivot into Scooby-Doo TTRPG.
It probably exists. Yes.
No,
No, I had
sorry.
nothing.
Okay.
I have this habit of just making noises and hoping something will come.
So are we all just going?
I think Tom Hart's just always going,
No.
Yes.
Are we just heading up the mountain?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Well.
And then we're going to surprise the esper.
It's not a mountain you're in, by the way. It's a building, and it kind of just narrows to the top. Basically, it's being kind of
Okay.
the top is more eroded away than the bottom, obviously. Otherwise, the whole thing would just collapse.
So is it a building? So we go in it, not up it.
No, okay. So perhaps I didn't explain. So you've gone in kind of. So as I said in the previous episode, the Earth splits, and the part with the Eater ruin on raised up,
Right.
which exposed the piping underneath that you entered by.
Yes.
You went and went through. There was kind of the subterranean part of this building rose to the surface, and then since then you've climbed up this building.
Right.
You know, I don't want to dispel the kind of the aesthetic of the setting, but you're essentially going up like a just a city block, tower block.
Okay.
But kind of collapsed and eroding. Well, not collapsed,
Right.
but
I
eroded
understand.
away, and just the nature of how it's eroded means that it's narrowed as you've gone up, and there's become less kind of terrain that you can traverse as you've gone up this thing. And normally I would say, with your experience in these ruins, a lot of them you will be kind of avoiding both mechanical hazards and wildlife, or fighting them. But as I say, the flora and the fauna has kind of abandoned this place, and given this thing's raised position, it seems that it's kind of been more eroded, which is also going to kill the technology here as well.
Onwards.
Upwards.
For glory.
For Queen and country.
For Queen and country.
Cool. Okay. So you begin to climb up.
Stealthily.
Yeah. Are you sneaking up? As you
We're
go?
sneaking. The elements
Sort
of
of sneaking.
surprise.
Yeah.
Can everyone give me a stealth check? That includes dog.
Shit. So I got 12, and dog gets.
Aww.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
It's not a very sneaky dog.
Oh
dear.
That's quite good.
I don't know.
It does have stealth +5, but still it takes
Right. What we got? Bavis?
16.
15.
12 and 7.
Isn't your character really good at stealth?
What?
Isn't your character really good at stealth?
Yes, but I got 6 and dog got 2.
Yikes.
Yeah.
13.
Zoinks! I think we're going to stop this before we get a copyright
Yeah.
infringement. Sorry.
I already said Hakuna Matata. We should
Yeah.
say
What did you get?
13.
13. Okay, and what is your marching order? What is the order in which you're walking? Because basically the kind of what passageways you can take due to kind of parts of the floor falling away, you're more or less narrowed down to single file. You can't move as a group. So what's the order you're going in?
Fast, so I know
No,
the
dog at the
ruins.
front. Dog at the front.
Dog at the front?
Dog at the front.
Okay.
Are you sure?
Dog at the front.
Should I go behind?
Most expendable member of the group.
Behind.
Absolutely.
Should I go behind dog so there's like a shield between, well, whatever's in front of us and everything behind?
Sure. Put the archers at the back.
Yeah.
Business in the
So-
front. Tie in.
So dog, Tumbleheart, and then who?
Steph.
Me.
Stev, and then what?
No, I
Bavis,
don't-
and then
I should
Tetsu.
be my-
Okay.
Do you want
Okay. See what happens. Okay.
Oh no!
No, you're fine. So, you begin to ascend. As before, it's fairly easy to find footholds and handholds in the kind of pockets that have eroded away. And you're prudent and careful enough not to cut yourselves. But the way is irregular, and it's perhaps not the kind of terrain that you're used to, so you do occasionally catch your feet scuffing rocks that then clatter down this thing, and they do make some noise. You think someone perhaps not being particularly aware would not catch your encroaching presence, but sorry, shook the table there, sorry about that. But you are wary that perhaps if someone is keeping an ear out for you, they may know you're coming. But you begin to ascend these levels until Dog begins to, as you're kind of coming, you've basically come up the outside of this thing and you're climbing up. Kind of a natural, almost stairway has been formed by kind of a partly collapsing wall. And as you're getting close up to this thing, Dog does begin to kind of have his hackles raised. As you know, I think we established that Dog is a she in the last episode.
We did?
Well, I was playing you, so.
Okay, that's good.
Too bad decision was made in my absence. Never mind.
Well, you didn't specify, so.
It's good.
Dog's hackles begin to be raised, kind of subdued, but kind of baring the teeth, not growling quite. All of you begin to experience a prickling across your neck, and you have noticed that these black kind of sparks have gotten bolder. If anything, they are, they grow bigger. The distances they jump between metal plate to metal plate grow larger, and you do notice at some point some of them just kind of like curling along things and going up rather than just jumping and disappearing. They persist. As you're getting up, they seem to be all kind of going upwards, heading towards some coalescence you're not sure of. What are you doing at this point? Do you just keep on going at the pace you're going? Dog is clearly nervous about ascending to the next level.
What the fuck is going on, you dumb mutt?
It's just kind of like, just kind of basically just staring up this thing.
I'm gonna get out my bow and just put an arrow in it and...
Cool, so you just like knock it.
Yeah.
Cool. So you're looking up steps, and then it goes into kind of a floor above, essentially. So you can't really see what's up there. Right, Sam?
I'm stressed.
Should I maybe get on the front of Dog?
No, Dog has more hit points than you.
Let's try to stage whisper. Just conscious about this not getting picked up on the microphones.
Okay.
Okay, so, right.
No, Dog stays at the front.
Okay. Dog stays at the front. I'll can I have my sword and shield up? Can I ready an action if
Absolutely.
anything jumps
Yeah.
out that I will hit it with my sword?
Sure.
I'm gonna unwrap my kelp and
You pull it out.
tuck the kelp away so that it's safe.
Nice.
Preserve the kelp.
Save
Start
the
eating
kelp.
it. Sure. You still got your eye patch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I know what's. You know what's coming for that.
I'm gonna say we might have to start getting a point where you can't keep taking it off every time and putting it back on.
I'm just gonna notch it away if I need to.
Sure. Okay.
I'm not too worried about being found out about this at the moment.
And do you pull your bow as well?
Yes.
Or, sure.
Can I hear anything or sense anything?
Give me a perception check.
Can I do the same?
Yeah, absolutely.
20?
13.
20, 13. Okay.
2013, baby.
Okay, so you don't hear anything beyond the kind of, the gentle wind and the kind of occasional zzz, zzz, as I say, this black electricity. You hear much the same, but you do hear kind of up above, just kind of focusing your senses and kind of seeing where these things are going, hearing where they're going. You can kind of tell you're kind of this electricity is kind of gathering at a point not much further ahead of you. Perhaps not the floor up, but a few perhaps. And given how little of the building is left, you think maybe you will come up to this thing and see where it coalesces.
I tell you guys that.
Thank you. So eloquent.
Well put. Should we continue?
Shit will get off the pot, you know.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to say at this point you slowly begin to.
Oh, I draw my sword as
We
well.
have a fight.
Okay. But can I say, just actually, sorry, quick DM note. How have we been doing you with the sword and you with the short bow? Do you just swap between them as you please, or because usually it's the case that it's a bonus action to draw a weapon. So if you want to have,
Well?
it's usually like sheathing a weapon is kind of free action, but a bonus action to draw a weapon. So
Okay.
I suppose it wouldn't actually cause a problem then, would it? If we've got police on the side. Sorry, because you use your short bow in fights,
I think it's an
but also a long sword. Have you just been swapping between the two?
Yeah.
Okay. I may sometimes impose penalties just given the impracticality of swapping swords, sheath, bow, but just something to be aware of. Just so I'm not unfairly jumping you with, kind of certain rulings. I just want to be conscious of that.
Do I want my sword? Do I want my bow or my sword? Wait. I want my bow.
Okay. I think you have a short sword as well, which is considerably easier to draw. Oh, you gave them both to
Yes.
Mahal. All right. I mean, you can have. Everyone has like a dagger, just because daggers are fairly practical within the setting to have.
We apologise for the ongoing ambulance noises from outside. If anyone can hear those.
Yeah. Sorry.
They
Anyway,
will pass.
I clapped again. I can't break the habit. You slowly creep up these steps, looking round and given you're not immediately in the ship, as you come up, you slowly begin to kind of spread out as a group on this floor above. So, you're right, Shannon.
I'm really nervous.
Right. So, what spreads before you? The ground, the floor you're on, the floor of the building, that is kind of the last fully kind of functional floor of this building. What you've got before you are kind of two more exposed levels of increasingly. So your ground, you're on a floor. Then there's kind of one more and one more even smaller, and then a kind of few essentially girders poking up from there. You are at effectively the apex of this building, and what you see kind of slowly just hanging in the air is again this esper. They do not attack. They appear to not even have noticed you yet.
Surprise.
Phase 1 of the plan.
But you see again this form of a young man who just kind of stands there, hands out. For all of you, you see the kind of the eyes and the mouth are overcast. There's a certain kind of black kind of shadow almost coming from them. For you, it's a bit more defined. It's this kind of flickering, gently black fire that escapes from the orifices of their head. And all of you see this electricity as it creeps along, fully exposed now along any kind of tract of metal it can find. It slowly coalesces up this structure and just arcs into this esper. And then in turn you see as they kind of hold up their hands twisted, there turns slowly this triangular prism of black glass fastened around their neck by just a kind of floating cord of plant fibre, and the lightning comes through the esper into this prism, and they just kind of slowly hang there in the air as these things kind of arc into this thing.
Do you want to break the prism, or is that a bad idea?
What are you doing?
Okay.
Are you rolling initiative?
Well, you haven't attacked yet, so, and they appear to be kind of just kind of.
I think I asked this the first time we saw him, but do I recognise this?
Give me a perception check. When you say this, do you mean this circumstance or do you mean this person?
This person.
Okay, give me a perception check.
Perception. 16.
16, you don't think you know this person. The kind of roundness of their heads, the kind of physical features, the kind of well, they have brown skin and very short, kind of almost shaved off black hair. So this looks like another Kadu native, particularly for you, as you've only known Hyotox most of your life.
Yes.
Blue, four-eyed people. You don't really think you recognise this person.
Steve?
Clive from work?
Tetsu!
There's definitely
What are you doing here?
It's been so long.
I'm really considering just sort of running up, using my coil, grabbing the amulet, just booking it.
Let's do it.
But then I feel like that's going to go.
Thank God,
horribly wrong.
that was just got another nat 1 from. Just
Get the bad rolls out of the way now.
Is that like a shield around them or something, would you say, or are they just in the air?
Okay, you wouldn't be able to tell if they have a psychic shield around them, so you can't see it. Unless it's so powerful that it like distorts the air.
So it's not that powerful.
How far away are they?
I will put them at 90 feet. No, hold on, actually that... no, I'm going to say 120, give it, sorry, I'm always bad at doing like across and up. Yeah, 90, yeah, I'll say 120 feet.
Oh no, in that case, can't see them at all.
No, there is enough of a kind of an eminence from them that you can sense them, like pretty much, like in perfect clarity.
I suppose I don't really know how it would work, but a similar question in terms of like the psychic shield or whatever. I'm not sure how that would fuck with blind sight, if at all.
That's a good point, actually. Okay, you can give me let's make this just a wisdom check.
Wisdom check.
And actually, sorry?
I'm going to wee now.
Okay.
He's wetting his
Because otherwise it's
wisdom. 15.
Actually, could you grab me a glass of water on the way back? Cheers.
Have you got a glass or?
No.
I'll bring one in.
Thanks. Sorry.
15.
15. Okay. I will say that you can detect perhaps there is some level of distortion around them. And you will actually know, sorry, I was 20 earlier, a powerful psychic will generally just have a subconscious, instinctive kind of aura of protection. Thank you, Shannon. I'm not going to give you inspirational bonuses for it though. A lot of them have a kind of a subconscious shield around them. And Stev, you will notice this subtle, kind of almost like an impossibly thin layer of glass over this being in the air.
Nice. I probably don't have a clue what it is though.
Is there any?
Well, you saw this kind of before. You saw there was kind of a shield around them that Dog managed to bite through, and it kind of did break briefly.
Is there a shield around the amulet? Does the same?
Yeah, I mean, it extends
It's a
out them
bubble.
enough that it's
Okay.
yeah, it's not a perfect sphere or anything, but
No, so this sort of takes out my plan of just.
To be clear, they're up on the second.
Yoinks.
They're on the second.
So your level,
Yeah.
let's treat that as 0, and then there's 1, 2, and then they're kind of just above it.
They're
These
above
bars
2.
floating above 2,
So-
and these kind of these girders and things stick
Are
out,
there
and they're just above those.
There's presumably not stairs. There can have to be climbing involved to get up there.
Yeah, but it's not too hard to climb here.
Okay.
And there's kind of, and I would say at these levels, there's a bit of kind of, you know,
And the height
coverage
of
and
the
kind of
two
some
between each
remainder
level?
of walls, interior walls, kind of on some of these levels.
What's the height of each level?
Christ, I don't actually know. How tall is it from floor to ceiling here? Would you say in
Say
feet?
10 foot.
I'd say 10 foot then.
That's a very useful number. That's exactly what I wanted.
Okay. Thanks.
It happens to be how high Dog
Thank you, dear.
can jump.
Sweet. Oh, thank you. Lifesaver. Good, I'm going to be narrating a lot in a second.
Yeah.
You all die.
Describe
Okay.
our deaths one by one.
Yeah, the horror, the horrific detail.
I don't think we should wait about too long to get noticed.
Yeah, I will say, like right now, as you're all kind of pausing, this is counting a bit towards your
You
characters.
have to wait for Sam to get there.
Question.
No, Tetsu pissed himself.
Two pisses himself.
Just turn around and piss off the edge of this thing. Some gorilla below is like.
The god.
I'll borrow Gorilla the ape god. Yeah.
Is the with your description, is the esper holding the prism?
No,
Or
they
is
are
it
just their hands are kind of
floating?
out, and it's just kind of floating in the midst of their, you know. Kind
But it's in the force field.
It's in the, if there is a force field.
There's a force field.
Let's
I leave for 2 minutes.
You don't know there's a force field. Tumbleheart has
Okay.
kind of thinks it's there. You can see it, but you might think that everyone else can see
The
it.
force field goes around the prism or the esper.
The esper
or
and the
both.
esper is extending it to us around the prism.
Like a little bubble around the prism.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's not like it's not just above the skin or anything.
Okay.
What's the plan?
Look, at the end, I just want to be clear. At the end of the day, the prism will be gaining the benefits of their dexterity and AC and so on. It's not a separate entity within this fight.
Okay.
It's counted as their equipment.
Just kill ourselves an esper.
I think it's just
I was just gonna just kill ourselves. All right, just,
Yeah, it doesn't really work.
well, you just swing the sword once low, and then you just like cut every single vine.
Can I? Because I don't know this prism, so can I?
Not this prism, no.
Not this prism. I've known
You've known many a
prisms
prism in
before,
your time.
but this prism I don't.
Yes, I've known many a
quite
prism.
recognise. So I'm gonna. Can I detect technology?
That's only got a range of 30 feet.
Then I will not do that. Because we're 120 feet away. aren't
I
we?
will say, actually, sorry, I'm going to revise it down to 90. Sorry, I know I'm flip-flopping, just because you said 10 feet. I don't really know how tall things are. I'm going to say 90 feet.
90 feet.
What if I hold Tetsu up?
God, I mean,
You hold
it's like
him
6 feet tall. That's going to
60
take a
feet
strength check. Oh, you do that. You get his feet on your shoulders, and I mean, if you run, you'll just like clothesline him with the next floor.
Incredible. Okay, well then, let's kill ourselves an esper. Oh, what are the chat saying? Are the chat saying?
The chat saying nothing. I was worried because the screen went off, but it's just sleeping. That's it.
I say we go. I mean, what choice do we have?
Nothing.
We have a choice to talk, but
Well, do we want to attempt to emotionally scar it before we get
Well,
started?
why don't you go up? We'll wait down here. You go talk to them, and if not, we'll fire arrows at it.
you know what? Fuck it.
Is that what you're doing?
No!
I'm not doing it anymore.
No, just the idea of you walking up and talking to it alone while everyone else is like slowly going down the stairs.
You know, you have fun.
yeah.
What do teenage fleshlings get stressed about?
YouTube.
I think Esper's like, why did Ninja go to Mixer? Lightning arcs everywhere.
That is good.
Or do we just rush it?
Just rush it.
Let's take one of those votes Tetsu invented.
You missed this last time. Tetsu told you about voting.
Nice, I love it.
Right.
And you thought a frog had, because
So it was how many limbs you had, so you held up a frog to get extra votes.
Liam's funnier than you.
I'm pretty good at doing Steph. I really think you should
I don't
let
think
me be
I
Steph.
think Steph's a serious character.
Yeah, true.
I think this diminishes Steph's
Serious.
emotional and spiritual journey.
Should have been here. Should have been here.
Right.
it's good eating.
It's your fault for working
Let's go.
Yeah.
at a
true.
job.
Let's go.
Sorry, I'm employed. Actors.
Right. Now that you've destroyed the party unity, charge!
I didn't make any comment of
Actually,
your work.
neither of you did it, which is me.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. But you're easy targets, you know.
Yeah, I've never heard that one before. I'm fine.
You know what? I'm done. Tetsu leaves.
Yeah. You guys are on your own. Have fun
No.
firing your bows. I can take
Right.
a dog with me.
What are you doing?
Dog gives you a little lick.
Okay.
Apologise.
Let's do it.
So are you all just inching forward? Is one of you charging
You want to
first?
vote?
Yeah.
All right, we'll vote. All in favour of
Hababus' plan.
Hebeba's going to talk to it, whilst we cower here.
Right, yeah, you can go talk to her.
Oh, okay, I thought it would be just me.
Well,
Oh, shit.
that's democracy.
Backfire.
Now you have to do it.
You go.
No matter the consequences, or what any people in the know might say. But we voted for it, so now it has to happen.
I feel like David
I
Cameron
get
suggesting
it.
Brexit.
It's
Okay.
Only this time it's just you that suffers.
No.
What if we imagine we're the EU and Shannon is the UK? She's gonna go off on her own to talk to the
I was
esper.
just voting for a laugh. I didn't think it would happen. Okay, no. I'm going to talk to it.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you guys ready?
Yeah, our bows are ready.
I think you're fucked.
I only have. I think I don't know how far you can throw a hand at. 60 feet.
I think it's 20 or 60 at a disadvantage.
Okay.
We shouldn't necessarily coach you though.
Yeah. Probably
This
should
is
put this
the
down.
biggest.
You know what I'm gonna do, Liam, as I climb these stairs? Is I'm gonna unbuckle the buckles on my gloves, but leave them on. Just
Okay,
unbuckle them,
cool.
just for easier hand breathing.
That's good.
It's where humans
That's
breathe
wise.
from.
Right, okay, so you've done that. So what, you now just begin to slowly part from the group and
sweet.
approach. You're going to have to kind of jump up and...
On.
You might have to like climb up onto these other levels. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you wanna lift me up?
Yeah, sure. I'll come. I'll come with Shannon just to
Stop
give
shaking that hand.
you a little boost up. What I was actually thinking is I might go around a different way towards the.
Yeah, I would
esper.
say so. At the level you're on, there's enough
Yeah.
room to maneuver.
So
Basically.
just in case talking to
Everything
the
all right,
esper doesn't go well.
What's the chat saying?
Chat's wondering why your surname is Patio backwards. And whether you name things by simply looking out the window.
I believe
and
I
then
invented the name.
Reversing.
Patio. Oitap
Oitap.
gets from, it's combining the front half and the end half of two different Ainu clan names. You bigots.
So there
you go.
I just want to thank you for being invested in the plot.
It's the real conscientious issue, right? I was thinking maybe if you're going up.
Actually, it might just be an Ainu clan name, I can't remember. It's either the two
If you-
combined or just one of them.
Yeah, so now that you feel bad about
Yeah,
yourself.
yeah. It's just a happy coincidence.
We all knew that.
Does anyone want to know about the naming process for dog?
Yeah. Unpack that one for me.
Yeah, so.
It backwards is God.
Yeah, it's actually
Whoa.
a smart double meaning.
Shall we focus on the task at hand?
Sorry, yes.
Yeah. They
So,
just gonna
Hebemus-
talk to the fucking overpowered.
Has started
You
to...
voted for it.
I didn't do it.
You wanna give us that?
You are like the unofficial
your
leader of the group.
little
I mean,
Yeah.
Enob was like, set this under your command.
Yeah. What I am thinking though is if Hababus is going up to like directly to chat to the esper, I might just sort of climb because I've got climbing speed, so presumably I've got a little more a few more options in like which way up I climb.
Yeah.
I'd like to sort of go up nearby, but in a different direction, just so I can
Get another angle.
just in case this goes south.
In case.
That I can still potentially employ the element of surprise.
Okay.
Right, you want to give me your little stabby health regeneration to save you from the...
But if you die,
what
you
happens
get
if
it
you
off.
die, you idiot?
It's for you,
Get it off
remember?
my corpse.
But what if it hits you with like a fireball or something that burns and explodes?
I'm not giving it to you. Oh, fuck.
No! Quick! Go!
I give it to you.
Okay.
Right.
I'm
You
going up a...
slowly begin to inch forward. As you're going, this black lightning is kind of arcing around you. You get to kind of the lip of the floor of the level above, and you kind of, I guess, jump up and pull yourself up, kind of slowly, nervously. I mean, you were within talking distance before if you shouted.
Oh,
So you
right.
get to the second level and you're kind of close enough to kind of speak at a normal level now.
Okay,
This Esper's just
has it moved or...
Can I do the eyes white thing? Can you just see the white in
You
my
can
eyes?
Yeah, that's
try
pretty cool.
this.
Yeah, that's absolutely horrifying.
It's actually pretty painful.
So it hasn't moved or it's still being creepy?
Still just turning slowly in the air.
And then prepare
Like
to
in
run
Chitty Chitty
away.
Bang Bang.
Okay.
In which bit in Chitty
The
Bang Bang?
ballerina bit in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I do not remember much stuff.
Tick box, that's turn by a key.
I
They're
don't
not
remember
singing
I
that
just
song.
remember the car. I remember the car.
Oh, I remember the
that
child
flies
catcher.
and can be a boat.
I remember the child cat.
I think we're getting a little distracted because we don't want to do this fight.
It's so true, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
100%.
You've approached.
Hello?
No response.
Okay, guys.
We tried.
You might remember me from the battle outside Red Rock.
Battle.
Oh, shut up.
Okay. Nice. You say this, you might remember me from the battle, and as they're turning, there's a kind of a shaking of the head for a moment, and for a brief second, this kind of overcast shadow of the mouth and the eyes is gone. And although they don't look kind of to you, there's a moment of kind of panic and clarity that comes to his face, and they just go, "Okay, leave, kill me, please." Everyone roll initiative, please.
That feels like mixed messages.
Okay.
Oh no.
There's no...
Oh.
The music we die to. Also, hi Eva Road. Nice to meet you.
Oh, nat 20!
Nice.
I did it!
Initiative. Why always? Okay.
I mean, nat 20 that goes down to 19, but I want to leverage my nat 20.
Right, what do we got? 20 and above.
21.
Right, 20 to 15.
19,
19.
but it was a nat 20.
Okay, 19, 19.
17.
Oh, I have to roll dog as well, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
Come on, dog.
13.
17, you said, right?
You know what is happening?
By the way, chat, can you just let me know if the music is too loud? I'll adjust it if it is. I can't quite tell. We can't perfect the levels yet. It's 15 to 10.
15. Dog.
And what does Steph get?
I was on 19.
Oh, you were. Sorry, yeah. Was that everyone then? Cool.
Does that mean we get simultaneous turns?
Yes, it does.
Does that mean we essentially get 3 people acting in one turn? Because Doggo can do some stuff as well.
Kind of, I guess.
Excited
Yeah, up to
for
you. Right. He shouts, "Kill me, please!" And then again, this darkness returns with a greater intensity, and you see this flame begins to just kind of pour from the mouth and eyes and ears.
Oh no!
Flame is the worst thing for me.
So, Tetsu, you're the first to notice things are kind of ramping up in first act. What are you doing?
Okay, I fire an arrow at
Sure, Harry, as the chat said, if the music's good.
It's fine.
Great.
apparently.
Sorry. Thanks for letting me
But
know.
before doing that, slide it up. We're not doing any of this. We're just their head.
Yeah, again, I just say as you pull this up and it begins to kind of calculate trajectories, it does kind of sketch a yellow line around the esper, and like you see kind of triangles with a dot and a line. What does it mean? And it keeps flashing. What is this strange esoteric symbol? It fills you with a sense of alarm. Right, do you want to give me an attack roll?
Yeah, I really do. 24.
24, very nice. All right, hits. Is this your regular attack you're doing?
Pardon?
The regular attack you're doing, right?
Yeah, that's D8. Didn't know as well. Where's the D8? So I always, 1d8 plus 4. 7.
7. Okay, cool. So, in response to this esper kind of turning it up, you launch your arrow. You see this esper just get knocked back and then slowly turn as this arrow has punctuated perhaps only a few millimeters and just slowly turns as a line of blood begins to run down their face.
Oh!
Got it. Sorry? And then the arrow just kind of comes out and just clatters to the ground. Okay.
I'm not detecting any technology around me, am I?
You have to cast a spell.
Okay. What, do I? Even though it's...
Yeah, your thing allows you to cast a spell to technology.
Okay.
It doesn't automatically, but it does. I mean, the way the narrative is going, it gives you certain highlights, but it's not going to specifically mark out pieces of technology. Right. Okay. It's going to take its legendary action now. Why wait?
It's what action?
So legendary action, which
Legendary
is
action.
certain monsters can take essentially a kind of a mini turn outside of its turn.
Except the mini turn's really powerful.
No, usually it's less powerful than a regular turn.
Question. Does this mean that I lose my creatures that have not yet acted bonus?
No.
Oh, good. That's nice.
Right. Sorry, 1 second.
Is anyone else really stressed?
Oh yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm unbelievable.
why are you stressed? You're the one doing this to us.
I'm doing it to
You can
myself.
make it stop, you know?
How far away did we say you were, Herbaceous? You're about 60 feet. Okay, can't do that one then.
Oh, what, by the time... How far away did I get before all this conversation started?
I'll say you got within 30 feet as well.
No, just the noise of some sort of like indigestion coming through the speakers.
Charming. Right.
The esper has wind.
I've got so many choices of spells to cast. Sorry.
Look, you!
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can Tumbleheart give me a Wisdom saving throw?
That seems unfair.
Does it even know I'm there? I thought I'd
Yes.
surprised. Oh.
No. It has very very powerful perception due to psychic abilities.
That's a nat 1.
It's a nat 1. Okay, so as you're sending out your vines and climbing up this thing from the other side, a kind of weight comes over your mind, and you just kind of stop being able to move.
Oh, he gone
It's
bad.
horrible. You're trapped within your own body. You desire to move, but there is a simple kind of disconnect between how you want to move and how your body moves. Someone else is holding the reins.
What happened to your good rolls? And
I just want to be clear. The DM finally succeeded on a hold person spell in the game. Every other game I've ever run, hold person never has worked.
No, it never worked. I think the last
Never,
game we played,
ever
it got
worked.
cast 11 times and failed
yeah.
every time.
It finally worked. Yes. Anyway,
But why did it
Steven
have to work?
Tumbleheart, it's your turn.
Well, I'm paralysed, aren't I?
Yeah.
Bollocks.
How close did we get?
I mean, you didn't get any closer, so you're within 90 feet of this thing. That's the range of a long break.
No, I'm thinking about the doggo. Dog. We're going to call it dog. Sorry, I apologise. No more stupid doggo names.
Now is not the time.
If you can break
Now
his,
it's not the time.
if you can break his concentration, I'm incredibly grateful. I might actually get to act this time.
Right, yes, I'm gonna shoot an arrow at it using my longbow, and I get my advantage on attack rolls against creatures that have not yet attacked. Yeah?
Yep.
Or does it not count as a creature?
No, it counts as a creature, and I don't think legendary actions count as it taking its turn.
Okay, sick. This is good. This is fun. Okay, we might actually be okay. I'm attack
why
rolls
did
is
we
like
attack it first? Why did
No, I
we
think it's good for you
both?
for trying to talk to it. You may reap benefits
We also
later
now
on.
know it wants to die. So, like, if anything, that relieves the moral conundrum.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's fine.
Do you want to give me an attack roll? What are you rolling? Oh, is it?
Is on advantage.
On advantage.
Oh yeah, of course. Sorry. Yes.
That's
yes.
16 plus 8, 24.
24. Wow, hits.
That's what I got.
Yes.
Prince.
I'm going to say now 24 will hit anything, pretty much.
1d8 plus 3, right? I don't get any extra bonus stuff. 8.
Hey, nice.
That's what I got. Friends.
Cool. Second arrow just kind of hits it, and again, kind of just slowly rotates and it comes out, and just clicks to the
Does it have
ground.
to take
Is
concentration?
it by any chance?
It does, although it's
Yeah, but please
Let's
fail. That one, please.
no. Got a 21. No,
Excellent.
23.
Doggo.
Well, you're dead.
No, he's not. They're not.
Might be. I had such a good plan.
Unfortunately, it's your turn. You're
I'm
on hold
close
person.
enough him to slap him, right?
No, he's quite a ways away.
Oh, damn.
But you get to make another wisdom saving throw now.
Do I?
Yeah. It's at the end of your
It's
turn.
the end of my turn, isn't it? That one!
You need to say you're gonna roll.
You're like, not like this.
How weird, man.
Hababus.
Okay. I noticed that you're all frozen up, and I'm like, we know you're stronger than this tumble heart, and you are inspired.
Okay.
I'm gonna attack twice with my longbow.
Cool.
With short bow.
Short bow.
18 is the lowest.
It doesn't hit.
22.
Hits.
Ooh, 18 doesn't hit. I'm 3.
Okay, so you launch. One of them just clatters off an invisible wall in front of them. But the second one you launch true and just kind of pierces through and punctures into them just slightly.
Okay.
But again, just kind of,
Do I see that?
and then just clatters. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Can I?
Concentration.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm going to be able to
Succeeds.
Can I? Is there any way for me to get?
I will say it hasn't. It's been stabbed 3 times now by arrows, and it hasn't even flinched.
In the
So
head.
concentration.
In the head.
So
There's nowhere really for me to go, is there?
you can keep trying to get up closer to
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
want to get closer to it.
You can go back down. You can try to take cover. I mean, there's enough kind of
There's cover.
chest-high walls and stuff that you can take cover behind.
I will
and
take cover behind a chest-high wall.
Okay, well, I'll give you a half cover, which I think is a +2 to AC.
Thank you.
How far away am I from Tumble Heart? Just a quick question.
I will put you at 45 feet,
Okay.
given that you went round the side.
Yeah.
Alright.
Right, dog.
Dog is near me still, I assume, unless you were expecting it.
No, dog's next to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to understand it.
90 feet away, so it's got 60 foot, 50 foot.
It can dash towards the
So I
esper.
think it might just.
The esper is in the air, so he will have to jump every time he wants to hit it if he wants, or unless he can like shimmy up one of these
He's
kind
gonna
of.
have to
Good.
jump and bite every single time.
Unless you can bring the esper down.
Okay. The dog's gonna dash as far towards the esper as it possibly can.
Okay.
Yeah, like all up.
That I mean that's 100 feet because it's got 50 feet movement, right? So that'll get
I mean, it
it.
does have to do some large jumps on the way there, I'm assuming.
Well, it can just jump for 10 feet, can't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So no. Just
It's okay to do that? Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Doing, doing.
Because it's not. I mean, it's like if it misses, it just lands at the ground. So there's not really any threat. So
Okay,
it just kind of
that's good.
automatically succeeds essentially.
Oh, fantastic. I was expecting.
Yeah. So it
Yeah,
kind
some
of races up. Elegant leaps up to the base of this thing.
That's all I can do, I'm afraid.
Black lightning flashing around it. Not doing anything else. It's the esper's
And
turn.
barking encouragingly at the tree.
Thanks. Woof. Wow, how encouraging. Do I get another inspiration?
Right. It's the esper's gosh darn turn.
Hooray!
Yay!
Ole!
I hope it does. I'm trying to remember all the conditions of paralyzed.
A brief note about the cameras. Thanks for pointing that out. We'll work on it. It's just it's a focus thing. It auto focuses from time to time.
Oh,
Okay. I don't know how to correct that, but I'll try to figure out how.
they would probably just keep having to do that.
Yeah. I think we set through manual.
Okay.
So.
Right. So now something interesting happens. So, Hababus, you've gone up 1 level, and although you're looking up towards this esper, something catches your eye in the kind of little bit of shadow beneath, kind of on the floor you're on, and you hear kind of a brief rustle from the shadows until out steps
Small bird.
a charming, just an adorable little bird. a figure strides out, cowled, robed, long neck, an elongated head, and although the face is kind of almost vague and overcast, there's the unmistakable glint of a golden chain from the nostril to the ear, hanging with a few small diamonds that you recognise that your father always loved to wear.
Papa's here?
And you see the glint of his strange green longsword as he steps out and just comes out of the shadows slowly. In a certain conscious sense, this is not your father as you last knew him. Your father pretty much kind of was getting old, but this is perhaps when you still knew him to be kind of younger and powerful. But you don't really have a chance to kind of digest this in a very conscious, intellectual way. You merely understand this on an instinctual level to be your father here and bringing a sword down upon you. And that's definitely going to hit.
That sounds like daddy-ish.
Let me just roll some dice. Nice. Okay.
Nice for you, it's not nice for me, is it?
Okay, you take 18 psychic damage as this blade cuts across, and you visualize it as a part of your chainmail just getting shattered open, ringmail scattering, and you bleeding out your side. Tetsu.
Yeah.
From your level, you're next to Stev, but perhaps he doesn't see this. Emerging from the shadows comes another Shotok. This one you also don't recognize. Face again overshadowed, unrecognizable, but wearing the colours and the patterns of the Oitap clan. They hold a longbow, almost identical in make to yours, and just discompassionately launch an arrow at you, which just kind of whistles past your ear, but you feel it cut through the air. Right.
Do they disappear or are they still there?
They are still there, standing. They've just kind of lowered it, and perhaps are putting it away and slowly kind of bringing out their ivory knife like you have. Same carvings, same clan. It's your turn. What are you doing?
Who are you?
No response.
Okay, I just go to. I want to get as close to Tumbleheart as I can.
That's going to take you next to this person who's come out, unless you're going to try to skirt. Well, okay, so basically. So they've come out the shadows kind of in front of you, and the overcrop of basically. So you've got the floor above. Hebabus is standing on it, and kind of below them, this person has emerged and shot an arrow at you from only about 30 feet away. So you can kind of try to stay at the rim and avoid getting kind of within their range if you want to get towards Tumbleheart. But that might have you running along the rim, in which case I'll need an acrobatics check.
Okay, then I will aim. Then I'll attack them.
Sure. Give me an attack roll.
What am I attacking them with?
Just a regular attack roll, unless you want to attack them with something special.
No. Attack. Where have I? What, plus.
Attacking them with your longbow.
Longbow. I think. Yeah, plus 7. 21.
21. Okay. You launch this arrow, and you think you've got them, and it just kind of narrowly misses their neck as they kind of very quickly sidestep.
21?
It's because they're not real.
Well, they can hit me.
Okay. That's an attack. You've still got a movement and a bonus action.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and move close to Tumbleheart.
Are you kind of getting essentially within melee range of this person who's come out and attacked you, or are you going to try to avoid them?
Try and avoid them.
Give me an acrobatics check then.
18.
18, yeah, you definitely run along this ridge and are getting up, and you can see kind of Tumbleheart just kind of trembling as he's kind of come up the side of this thing.
Yeah.
Stephen Tumbleheart.
You might want to go first on this one.
Alright.
Just in case we get a lucky roll.
Can I take a bit of cover behind something? Is there anything in range that would give me cover?
Yeah, I'll say so, yeah. It's not going to be much cover.
Chunk of...
Yeah, there'll be a bit of the start of a pillar, that's kind of broken away, and you can kind of get crouched next to that. crouched next to that chest high wall.
Okay,
Maybe
question.
to the safe
Sorry, lots of mechanics related stuff.
No, that's fine.
Coordinated attack. It has to be able to bite. Dog has to be able to bite directly. Right now, it probably.
I will
can't.
allow you to make an athletics check for the dog to kind of incorporate jumping up to bite.
Okay, fair enough. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna knock another arrow into my bow and shout out, "You creepy bloody soul stealing piece of shit!"
Nice.
Shoot off the arrow.
The arrow doesn't hurt.
That's it, and get up with the dog's coordinated attack.
We didn't try emotional damage.
Another 24.
Hits.
And so that's 1d8. 5, and then dog's bite is just it's.
So give me athletics first.
Oh shit.
See if you can jump up.
8.
It's fairly high up, so.
All right.
Concentration.
Yes, sir. And it's 2 because it's concentrating on 2 different spells.
What? That's against the rules.
I know. No, we got a nat 20 and a 19.
Oh, nice.
Alright.
I know. I'm liking this Esper. I think I might have to bring it back.
Oh.
I'm considering changing my tactic here.
Really?
I'm going to start rolling well.
Yeah.
Instead.
That's
That's
a
a really
good
good idea.
move. I've done that myself from time to time.
I'm considering
it now.
So that's what I'm going to do now.
Next round.
Next round.
You do have inspiration, bardic inspiration from Babus.
Yes, but I don't think a D8 is going to.
What did you roll?
5.
Ugh.
It's going to get me down. Actually, what I've considered as a change of tack is I'll stay on this wall.
Sure. Smart. Okay.
Tumbleheart might have failed, but I think he's now made peace with it.
He's accepted it.
He's accepted.
Babus, it's your turn.
Hakuna Matata.
Your father is upon you, swinging his sword with just effortless grace.
Wrapped up the character arc before he dies.
Okay.
This dark green blade of this material known as Crysteel.
I didn't think it would be happening this early.
Do it. Kill your father. Do it.
I'm gonna look up at him and say, "You bastard!" and take off my gloves. My gloves are off.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the gloves are
off.
Hey!
I don't know. People will see this in the midst of combat. So, do you want to describe what your hands look like as you pull these
Yes.
off?
I will try because I know we have 2 different descriptions. So I'm
I
gonna
mean,
try
you've got it
and
written
go
down right there that you can read from if you want, or
Okay.
you don't have to. I'm just saying, like, it makes it easier. You know, that was the whole
Exciting.
pre-planning.
Removing her gloves, you see the skin down her baby's forearms becomes a dull metallic blue as it gets closer to the extremities. And not only the colour changes, the shape of her hands is increasingly unnatural the further you look. Where would be humble veins instead protrude ribbed tubes that rise under metal skin from gaps in uneven diamond-shaped scales that form a flowing carapace.
Carapace.
I did an English degree. They diminish in size
Or
and
carapace.
eventually fade to nothing as one returns up the arm into natural human colour.
We got 3 metal hands betwixt us.
That's not metal, like creepy.
Oh,
Metallic.
Metallic.
Yeah,
Okay.
like a
That's
wig
nice.
instead.
Not robot hands.
No robot hands.
Yeah.
Well, not as you know them, Jim.
Steva runs away.
How far away is the Esper?
Esper, 60 feet unless you want to move forward.
Okay, I'm gonna go for freezing beam, which means I gain 3 class points.
So your dad's right in front of you.
I know, I want to get them both.
Oh, just.
It's a beam, right? So.
Oh,
is that
it's,
better?
I can't remember if freezing beam is a ranged attack.
A ranged spell attack.
No, that means it's one target.
Okay, never mind.
You've got one of them that does do a cone though.
Yeah, but that's a 30-foot cone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just.
I mean, if you can lure your father closer, you could get them both, but for now, it's kind of one.
I'm gonna just freezing beam my dad then.
Okay. I would set aside a dice to keep a track of your curse points.
Okay, I've not done this
This is a
before.
curse.
So, a mechanical tracking of how much she's incurring a curse.
So,
A curse.
Well, I don't know what I expected.
figured out this thing. So I'm proficient in it. 19 plus dexterity,
Definitely hit.
20.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay.
So how many curse points does that give you, by the way? Is it just the
3.
one? Okay. So do you want to I would put a dice here that says 3.
I'll put it down.
Okay. Just otherwise we'll lose track.
Oh, check. 5, 9, 14, 17.
I haven't got a clue.
So 17, and he has to make a strength saving throw.
Cool.
What on earth? Only 17
I
damage.
got another natural 20. I'm really
Okay,
sorry.
never mind. But he still takes 17 damage.
Sure.
Okay.
And now do you want to roll on your curse table?
Yeah, okay. Okay, I don't want to, but okay. Oh, it's a
Your
D10.
curse table.
Oh, yeah.
You've got a curse table.
Yeah, the hands are powerful but bad.
I'm so excited.
With great power.
Are any of the things on the curse table good?
Oh, damn it. 10, no effect.
Well, no, you've got to add your curse
Yeah,
points, so 13.
7, 10.
Oh, okay, cool. 10, no effect. Phew. Okay.
Nice.
So I would really set a dice and keep track of the points
Look
then.
at them magic hands. And how dare you have the audacity to talk about my weird chrome hands? Jesus.
Jesus.
What
Doesn't
happens to my
exist in this
papa on
universe,
that?
but-
What was it, like?
Christ steal.
Sorry? Okay, sorry. So you hit 17. Right. So yeah. So what you see is these glittering metallic hands come out, and Habavis fires off this just beam of pale blue that strikes the esper in the shoulder, and you see as it skips against them, kind of there's a kind of a spray of kind of frozen blood that's just kind of caught there before it like breaks off and tumbles down. I mean, you just see it as well. Stev just like punctuate cleanly through this kind of glass shell around them. Concentration checks.
Fail.
Can I cut in words one of them?
Oh, actually, guys, new strategy. I wanna
Sure,
roll
okay.
up
On
people
first
back.
one. Only 11.
Oh wait, I might not want to cut in words then. Do the other one. No. Oh wait, no. Do the other one too.
Okay. Also 11.
Alright, I'll cut in words one of them.
Sure.
I mean, it'll be 5.
5.
Delete the concentration one.
Yeah, so concentration is broken.
Thank you.
You're freed, and you see this stranger and your father don't disappear, but they do kind of begin to kind of move back in the shadows as if they themselves have been kind of wounded. They step back out of attack range from you.
Strange.
Out of attack range?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there another half cover I can take that's further away from my
Not really. You're kind of on the lip of the
Okay.
level you're on.
Okay, I'll stay where I am.
You can go down to the lower level if you want.
That would be an action though, right?
That'd be movement.
Oh, can I do that?
Yeah, I mean, you're jumping down 10 feet. You know how to like jump and
I will
roll
jump
enough
10
to.
feet.
It's okay. So you hop down. Cool. All right.
Davis, I like your hands.
I don't.
Right. That's a Babus. Dog's turn.
Do we think Cause Fear is going to do anything? No, we don't. No, we don't.
Nah.
No. If the target is a creature, is this a creature?
Yes, this is a creature.
That's pretty good. He's going to do a little jump and he's going to do a little bite.
Sure.
Do a little jump.
Do I have to do another ability check?
No, it's 10 feet up, so in its own
Okay.
turn it can jump.
All right, fair enough. So that is just +5 to hit. Right. That's 11.
11. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally forgot to take my legendary action.
Oh.
I guess it'll get
What
kind
a
of a
shame.
mini turn and then a turn. 11 to hit.
Yeah.
No, so you notice that dog kind of jumps up and is just kind of rebuffed by this kind of, just a kind of pressure of telekinesis around this esper.
Infuriating.
Does Steph say that? Or does the dog say that?
Steph does not know words longer than 2 syllables.
Okay.
Steph thinks that. I wish I knew a word to explain how angry I am at that dog.
I don't have the words to explain how angry I am! Right, is that dog's turn or is dog doing anything else? Still got movement.
It can't do anything. It can't do anything.
Damn dog.
It's so useless.
No, it's not.
Esper's here.
Yeah.
Dog's here.
Yeah, dog's just about 10 feet beneath him.
Can the dog see Abodus' father?
Herbaceous father will be beneath the floor they're on.
So
you couldn't see
they're
them.
on the floor below.
Yeah, dog wouldn't be able to see them even if they were real. Don't metagame. They're real to you.
Alright.
It's real to me.
Yeah, alright. Dog's
Okay.
not going to do anything.
Do they show up at all in my blind sight?
No. You think Babus no, you think Tetsu went, "Who are you?" to the Esper way too into this fight.
Where am I?
And I guess you would have also known Babus kind of just suddenly went, "Ah!" and just kind of cried out in pain, although no injury was inflicted upon them, so far as you're aware. Anyway, they're going to take their legendary action now.
That's very kind of them.
What's your AC? Bad roll.
19.
19. Okay. That's a shame, and that's a shame. Oh, bummer. No. I got all my good rolls out of the way.
You deserve it after all of that. It's going to be turn 3 before I get a turn.
Yeah, it was good that. This Esper kind of cries out in silence, and these 3 beams of black energy fly towards you. You manage to dodge one, second one glances off your shield, but one does hit you. Oh, shield. That's 6 fire damage, 12 damage.
Is there fire in and around him now?
No, it just kind of sears into you and burns holes through them, but you're not on fire.
Okay.
Right. Now the Esper's actual turn. Let's think where you all are. Okay. So I said each floor is 10 feet up. So the Esper is going to disappear and appear on the same level as Hababus, Stev, and Tetsu, who are all conveniently in a line.
Are we? Are we?
Yeah, you dropped down. You two haven't moved. So
I thought I moved to get...
You did.
I'm
You're right.
not-
I apologise. You're around the side. Okay, so it's just Hababus and Stev.
Good, yeah.
I would like to
love
say
it.
I'm going down again. Sorry, friends.
Can I have
we can use that thing.
Hababus and Stev make a dexterity saving throw, please?
You got this.
Could you?
You got
Come on,
it.
boys.
Hold on.
Have Hector.
Hold Hector.
Hector. Good.
I like the fact that when Hector goes across, he passes through 3 cameras at once.
Right, okay. What do we got?
23.
23?
17.
17, okay. So you take... Oh, so I just added these up and then I've forgotten again. Okay, so you take 16 lightning
I'm
damage.
down.
You're down already!
What do you mean already? You hit me with 20 damage last round.
That's a good point, that's a good point. And you take 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
Wait, 17 wasn't a pass?
No.
I would have lived with 8.
So you see this Esper just kind of extends out a hand, and by the way, this prism has kind of flowed into the robe around them.
Oh, that really does what I was planning on doing.
Me too.
Black lightning kind of travels down that arm and looses in a bolt. Stev manages to dive out there but Hababus gets just right through the chest and just kind of collapses onto her knees and falls to the ground.
Legs.
Smouldering.
The end of this encounter is just going to be us running through a series of corridors.
Can you give me a wisdom saving throw, please, Tetsu?
I'd love to. Absolutely love to. Wisdom saving throw. I never find where.
This box.
Oh. 12.
12. Okay. This figure is going to...
Blue boy figure.
Blue boy is going to emerge from the darkness with a dagger and slash at you. And dice. That's 12 psychic damage as they slash across and you get a gouge in your arm and you flinch. Top of heart, now that Tetsu is even closer to 12 psychic damage, you see kind of Tetsu just recoil from something that isn't there and suddenly grasp their arm in pain and cry out. Similar behaviour to you just saw from Hababus before. She got fucking deaded, mate.
What's going on down there?
What's going on down there? Stop that.
It was a genuine question.
Sorry, I shouldn't make fun. Tetsu, it's your turn.
No fun
Damn.
in this live stream.
Is he near me?
What, the person who just jumped out and stabbed at you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right on top of you.
Okay, I'm gonna stab him right back.
Sure.
Why not? Why the hell not? 17.
17. Okay. At your closeness, you go to stab and just stab into them and pull out, and you feel resistance and you feel blood spill on your blade as you pull it out, and this person just stands there staring. You feel kind of a pain in the back of your head as you stare at this kind of indistinct, overshadowed face.
Oh, question. Is my dad gone?
You're unconscious. Your temper's never really there.
I know.
I'm gonna rip that band-aid off right now.
Will Casey go when I go down?
Well, he's not gonna keep stabbing you while you're unconscious.
Well,
He could.
No.
Yes, he could.
As I, for the layout, notice that, can I just like look at him and just scream, "Who are you?
Yeah.
What's in the box?" That's like that kind of
Yeah.
Seven Brad Pitt sort of style.
Yeah, sure.
Bradley.
Bradley. But it's
We'll
Brad-
make sure for the movie. We'll make sure that Tetsu's played by Brad Pitt.
Hold on.
I think he's been out of work recently. He could probably do it.
No, he did Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
And Astra.
No, I was kidding. I don't think Brad Pitt's ever been out of work.
That's true.
You wouldn't
Right.
have the two actors play themselves.
He's good.
Sorry.
You wouldn't have the two actors play themselves.
We'll
No,
play
dude,
each
of
other.
Right.
I'd love that.
Tetsu, you've still got to move in a bonus action. You do anything else?
What can I do as my bonus action? Just another attack?
No, I don't know. You need to have 2 daggers to do another attack, but
Okay.
you have certain things that you can do with a bonus action. Some spells, some abilities, that kind of thing. You may not have anything. You don't have to spend a bonus action.
Can I use Arc Lightning as a bonus action? Actually, no.
I don't think you can. I think it's an action.
It will say
It'll
on
say
the
Oh,
description.
okay. Yeah,
what it.
okay. Yes, you're right. No, I don't want to do anything. I just want to move away from this guy a little bit, but
Yeah.
still staying within the vicinity of Tumbleheart.
Okay. You may incur an attack of opportunity if he moves away. If you move away from him.
Don't worry, I'm going down.
You're going down.
Yeah, I'm
Right,
going to
so
kill myself in Aspen. Well, I can talk now.
What?
I can talk now, can't I?
Yeah. I mean, you can't have whole conversations.
Yeah. Okay. No, I'll stay.
So how's your day?
Okay. Right.
It's a little weird, if I'm honest.
Stev and Tumbleheart, what are you doing?
I'm gonna wreak a bloody vengeance upon this esper is what I'm gonna do. Would you like to do your stuff first and then I'll jump in, or don't want to.
You've just seen Hibabus go down, by the way.
Steph he can shoot arrows,
They're used to that by now.
and that's
Sorry?
it.
They're used to that
Well,
by
do you
now.
want to do that
That's
first?
I'm
happening.
gonna shoot an
Well,
arrow.
maybe Hibabus can increase your constitution when you get an ability score improvement.
Probably.
I'm gonna shoot an arrow.
Taking enough hits, I think
Shoot
you've
that
got
arrow and
just
then I'll
calluses
hit-
everywhere
And then
now.
I'll hit him with my sword.
Here we go.
Right,
Shoot another arrow.
do it, mate.
Do it.
How far away is creepy child?
Uh,
Creepy teenager.
About
15.
50 feet,
Solid.
standing over Hibabus's limp
Ooh,
body.
that's not great. 19.
19
What
just
happens
hits.
at night?
Give me damage.
Lovely. My god, this is so much trash.
Is it the doggy game?
5. It all adds up.
The dog is now, because it's teleported away, the dog now can't do it.
It's teleported onto your
I
level,
mean, if the dog
so it could
wants
fry
to
you
give me
both.
a little lick, I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, obviously, the dog is. You know what? I'm not going to spoil what I'm doing in my next round, alright?
Concentration.
It's not concentrate on anything.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, actually, no, it reasserted its concentration because you failed. Yeah, so, alright. It's got special rules up with its version of Phantasmal Killer. This is-
Okay. In that case, I'm presuming it's pretty much directly below me if it just went voomp.
Not quite, you kind of got to go down and round, but more or less.
Is it within-
You can't jump on top of it, so you'd have to go through the floor to do that, but you can go down and round towards it easily.
Can I get there?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, it'd be like, right, it's time for a little bloody vengeance.
Sure. Are you doing shield and, yeah, you're on 19 AC, so you've got
Yeah,
shield.
I'm definitely keeping my shield out.
Cool.
And then I would like to hit it several times with my sword.
Do it! Do you want to just roll all 4 dice straight away, or do you want to do some with... Oh, you've got special effects, actually, so...
Yeah, I've only got... that's only if I... Yeah,
Oh, so you've got an action surge.
Yeah. So I'm presuming a 21 will automatically hit.
Yeah.
12...
12 won't hit.
In that case, I'm gonna... I think the 12, I'm going to bardically inspire... I'm going to use my bardic inspiration.
Nice.
And I think I have to declare it now.
You can do it after the roll, and if you know it hasn't succeeded, you can use Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah. I'm gonna bardically inspire and use precision attack.
Sick. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I mean, roll the Bardic Inspiration first, because that may be enough.
Do I? Oh, can I do it in that order?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So that would only take it up to 15.
No.
Yeah. So
That's another D8.
So another D8. 21.
21, so both hit.
So 2 21s.
So it's 2d8 plus 6.
Yeah. Oh, unfortunately, not great. 10.
10 in total.
10 in total.
Okay, so one of them you slash across and you feel the resistance against your sword, but you know with espers to drive on through and you kind of cut it across, and then with the next one you remember the words of Fallen Hibabus, and with your own skill you thrust forward and just slash it across the cheek as it's kind of just looking at you.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like hovering, holding its.
It's not holding it. It's kind of gone into the folds of its robe. It's floating slightly. I mean, its feet aren't quite touching the floor. They're about an inch above it.
Okay. In that case, I will.
When you're on this level, you don't need to walk.
In that case, I will action surge.
Sure.
Again.
Yeah, baby. God damn.
Oh, one of those will hit. The dog one's definitely going to miss.
Yep. You having to disarming strike it, can I ask?
8 damage, yeah, I was hoping to disarming strike.
Cool, and you slash across again and manage to put a cut in its arm. Right. Is that you done?
I believe so.
Okay.
No.
But I'm trying not to line up with everyone if that's at all possible.
Okay, so you've been slashing it from behind. It's gonna. Everything all right, Harry?
Yeah, it's all good.
Cool.
What are the comments then?
What do I want to use? Oh yeah, okay, I want to use this. Okay.
Lengthy discussion about Hibabus getting beaten up too much.
Why does the
It's
Rivers
like-
always die?
It's literally. I'm gonna just
I think
briefly tag this game as beginner players.
What's
I don't go
Hibabus's?
down because I'm a beginner.
What's Hibabus's max hit points?
28.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why 28?
That's the main
That's
issue.
what you
is
gave
that
me. 28.
Okay.
If you want to raise it, I'll take it.
I
That's
might
not a
of
2,
this.
that's a 4. No, it is
I'll take
28.
48.
I thought it was 33 for some reason.
28.
Okay.
Do you want to give me some more hit points?
What's your constitution modifier?
0.
Oh, maybe that's why then. I mean, yeah, that'll be it. That's why everyone else has got more, because you've got low constitution. Okay, this esper is going to disappear. You do get attack of opportunity.
sick.
on
Attack of
its-
opportunity is on advantage? Can't remember.
No, because it's only using a casual teleport here. So.
Oh, it's just his casual teleport.
It's just it's its regular move teleport. It doesn't miss his steps.
Formal
So.
teleports
25
for special
hits.
occasions.
10 damage.
Okay, nice, very nice.
Nice.
So we're rolling back into the usual strategy of roll well now.
Okay, so the esper disappears in front of you. It's a bit slower. You manage to get you notice a lick of blood on the end of your blade as you swing. Appears above Hibabus, hand out, and is gonna.
Go.
Yeah, definitely. Okay.
No. No.
We
Okay,
can't lose Vegas now that we've seen those awesome hands.
Yeah, she's got such cool hands.
They're meant to be disgusting.
She's just got an accent. I mean, she's always had an accent.
Okay, so you fail one death saving throw as black lightning arcs out and your form is like on the ground, and you notice that as this lightning kind of hits it, then some of it is coursing back into this esper, and their cuts are kind of healing slightly.
You've got to be joking.
You are
not acceptable.
Not much, but a little bit.
Sorry, guys.
No, it's
So
not
that's
you.
one failure for Hab.
Nice job, Hibabus.
Hibabus'
Jeez.
turn. I'm going to make a death saving throw. And now it's Dog's turn.
Oh, good, Liam, what was it?
Who knows?
How far away is Hibabus from Dog?
Yes, please.
Yeah, it's about 30, 40 feet.
And the dog is directly above.
The dog can make, it has 50 feet of movement. It can get to Hibabus.
It's gonna get to Hibabus.
Okay, it, just skirts down. I mean,
You know, like when you throw a paper airplane and it goes like,
it's walking on the ceiling.
that's what the dog
That's
does.
creepy. Right, okay.
Yeah. No, it's just gonna do a solid leap down. Yeah, but now it's the dog.
Yeah, fair
leaps
Violence
down,
related.
and it's gonna jump on top of Hibabus in a way that would maybe give her cover from the next attack, possibly.
Possibly sacrificing its own life.
It
Okay.
will be fine. It's just a dog, and it gives her a lick. A little
I think that's your
damage
DA.
cure wound.
Okay, cure wound. How much damage does that heal? Is it 1d8 plus?
I love that we
plus their
keep
wisdom.
fighting for
I have it here
the
somewhere.
lick to be cured.
So, oh, wait, you
Yeah,
go
I
for
know,
it.
it's amazing. So
I would get up the spells before you cast.
I
them.
have it
It's
open.
DA
I have
plus
it
your
open. It's
spellcasting
just
modifier.
Their tongues.
I clicked
1d8
on
plus
one.
spellcasting, isn't it? Yeah. 1.
That's a fun fact.
I think it should be 1d8.
1d8 plus
Dogs'
your
tongues are
modifier.
anti-
Yeah, 1d8 plus 2,
Is
right?
that true?
Yeah, I think it's for them, not necessarily for us.
Oh, that's
Oh, natural 8.
How
Natural
many?
8.
You actually hit. I need to do 4 concentration checks. I hopefully will.
plus your.
Got to remind you.
2, 10.
Thank you so much.
So many.
Basically
Okay.
half my hit.
You notice that the person
Wait, can
upon
I-
you kind of
can I maybe cast that as
again
a
kind of
level
scuttles
2
back to the
spell?
shadows.
He goes back into the shadows.
Yeah, kind of. Are you going? Who are you? Kind of just leaps back.
I'll take another D
Go on.
if you're
No,
offering.
still kind of there, lurking, almost kind of slightly fading.
Okay.
Were you casting that as level 1 or
Can I
level
say
2?
that's level 2?
What?
I cast that as? Kill
Yeah,
things.
fine.
There was no like roll to hit or anything. Oh, nice!
Oh,
Thank you so
another
much.
9!
How did you heal?
I think it.
17!
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah, you.
is that
I think it only.
again
I think it only adds
Oh,
the
wait, that was very wrong,
spellcasting
I'm so
once.
No, you only had the spellcasting ability modifier
Okay.
once.
Okay, so take away 2 from that.
So 17 total, I think, wasn't it? 8 plus
Yeah.
8 plus 7.
Cool.
Sweet.
So, babies, you come back as this esper is just like over you.
Oh God.
And the dog is over you as well. So you've got dog, and then the esper like above that. Pretty scary.
Use them hands.
to pet the boy?
Oh, actually, can you give me? Actually, I'll do it now. And you kind of look over, and you see the sandal feet of your father over you as well with the
God
blades.
damn
So they're all piling on right now. Right, that's dog done. Esper's fucking turn, mate.
That is dog done.
Yeah, mate.
That wasn't the Esper's turn before when it teleported out of the spell.
No, it's
Oh my
it's
God.
burning
That's
through its
special turn.
it's burning through its legendary actions.
This thing is horrifying.
I no longer have enough hair to hide my face when I'm scared.
What am I going to cast?
It's a good question.
Sorry, I've got so many choices.
What
Make
about
friends.
scorching ray on itself?
Yeah.
Self-destruct.
Friends.
Friends
I
and
cast
Does it have like a suicide
Friends is a
spell?
spell.
the series.
It's got a verbal component, and it's you have to sing. I'll be there
Okay.
for you.
It's going to cast Thunderstep. Can Dog and Hababus give me a Constitution? Oh,
You're
and
just looking for a spell that would hit me too.
no, I'm looking for something where it can move and cast a spell. That's AoE. So can Dog and Hababus give me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Right. What am I adding to the thing?
What are you?
Constitution.
It doesn't
But
have.
then Tetsu gives me an inspiration.
Is the dog not proficient
How
in
do I do
any
that?
saving throws?
I'm having 4 eyes.
No, Dog is proficient in every saving throw. That's why it's like got a slash
So it's
plus.
plus
plus
Is
5.
it
Yeah.
an eye per life?
So what have we got?
Still crap.
What do you
I
got?
don't think so.
12.
12.
16.
16. Ooh. Sorry, so many dice.
This is a boss fight, isn't it?
I can't get over the fact that Oi tap his patio backwards.
Shut up. That's really bad.
Oh no.
You-
If Hababus goes down again, I'll riot.
That's 29 thunder damage. I crushed it on that roll. Now,
For both.
I need to look up.
Does
Hold
the
on.
dog not give cover?
Well, it doesn't. But it doesn't affect a Constitution saving throw. That would affect a
But from
dexterity.
the damage resulting from it.
Why would the dog sacrifice himself for Hababus?
Good, strong dog.
Because it's man's best friend.
Hold
I
on,
think dog would have the general sense that keeping its allies alive is helpful.
One second.
The dog probably has an awareness of cursed hands as well.
How many hit points did Hababus have?
17.
Okay, so it's not instant death. Just
Good.
check the rules there.
Everyone, fantastic.
I would.
What's the dog on?
Just there are other people in the party too. I just
36.
need you to know.
No,
that.
I know. Look. The thing is, you're like a bard mostly, but you keep leaping into combat.
It's because my father's got double attack.
Yeah, but that's like why you also have a bow and like inspiration. And you do keep leaping into the midst of it, like when you're.
Give me more HP.
Well, maybe. Okay, so there's a
No.
blast forward, and is the dog knocked out as well or not?
It's on 36 minus what? 27?
Minus 29.
29. It's on 7.
So the dog gets kind of scattered across the floor. Hababus just kind of rolling along, hits against a pillar, and it's gone and appeared back at its original place. And you see up there, just energy begins to, from the prism, flow up its arm.
Its
Its veins themselves begin to glow. Hasn't done anything yet, but it's clearly gearing up for something. Just giving you a bit of forward warning, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Right.
Tetsu, it's your turn.
Okay, I have a question about espers and how much I know about them.
Sure.
How much do I know about them?
All right, give me a intelligence check.
Howie, man. Howie. 13.
13. Okay.
How smart are you?
Pretty smart.
Nice.
Kind of smart.
I know
13.
my way around it. Blackboard?
I mean, I kind of I don't think you know anything more than what I told to Babus earlier, and you might even know less.
I have
what is it you're trying to plumb? I mean, what
I want to ask if this will work. If I close 3 of my eyes apart from my magic wand, will it see the shadowy figure?
I mean, you can just do that.
Can I do? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just to see whether or not I can still see it.
Okay, cool. Give me a wisdom saving throw on advantage. It's quick to roll 2d20 at the same time, by the way.
Oh, okay. Where is my wisdom saving?
Same box.
I know. Shit.
Oh, golly.
Oh dear. Oh, that's really bad.
What? 5. Okay. Your conviction in this thing being real, this is outside the game. Closing your eyes, you think is a kind of harebrained scheme, and looking at it, it still is there somewhere in the shadows. So when you open your eyes again, yeah, look, I knew it, it's still there.
Okay, shit.
But that's not your turn or anything, so you've still got...
Okay, good. No, I'm gonna...
But we can say you're beginning to have doubts, perhaps.
Okay.
I mean, you are still in the fray of combat, so it's hard to kind of think about these things logically.
I'm gonna cast level 2 spell version of Arc Lightning at the esper.
Okay, what's the range on Arc Lightning? I think it's 30 feet.
It is 30 feet.
You need to go up closer, because they've gone back to where they originally were when they cast Thunder Step. They teleported.
How far away was Tumbleheart from that when he was there? I thought you were in range. weren't you?
Actually, hold yeah.
Of shatter? No,
Thunder Step is only 10 feet in range, so Tumbleheart wouldn't have been hit by it. Is that what you're asking?
No, because before he moved...
Tumbleheart came down, slashed at him. The Esper then teleported away to siphon life from Herbaceous, and then kind of exploded, teleported.
I see. So how much is the distance for hold
person?
Hold person, because I'm basically there, I think.
60 feet. Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
In your turn, you can get close enough.
Okay, I'm going to get close.
You can get just close enough to get within our line.
I'm going to get close to him.
Sure. Okay.
You
climb up and cast that lightning.
Yeah.
It's an attack roll, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Shit. 7.
Yeah. I'm afraid that's not going to cut it, buddy.
What?
Yeah, you add something to the roll.
Spellcasting a bit.
Spell's good. If you look in your features, it'll tell you what you're adding to the roll.
Are you intelligent?
It's intelligence, so it will be. I think it's +5 because your intelligence 14, right?
Yeah.
So +5 to that.
+5. So 13. No. Yeah. 12.
I'm afraid that's still not going to cut it.
Okay.
It just kind of it scatters across this kind of invisible field around it, but never strikes through to it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. That's you. It's now Stev and Tumbleheart.
I've got an idea.
And it's just crazy enough to work.
It might be one of those moments.
Don't throw Herbaceous at the Esper.
I'm not going to throw Herbaceous at the Esper. Am I able to get to within melee range of the Esper? Given I've got climbing speed.
If you give me a good athletics check, I'll allow
Am
it.
I able to get within 10 feet of the Esper?
Yes.
Okay. In which case I'll do that because it might be even cooler.
Okay.
Okay, so here's my plan. Using, this is sort of combining a number of features. What I'm going to attempt to do, because the thing's like shield seems to like briefly shatter when it gets hit, doesn't it? There's like a shattering
You
sound.
break through it and then it repairs itself.
Okay.
If you do a good enough
So
job.
what I'm going to try to do is like climb up the wall to within 10 feet of it. I want to throw an axe at it to briefly shatter, reach through with my coil and pull the amulet out.
Pull out the prism. Christ, that's going to be a heck of a roll. Or
So
a heck of rolls.
it goes along with my. It is part of my attack action, so it will be one attack with.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Give me an okay.
And I will-
you
I
move
will-
up. Give me an attack roll with the hand axe first, because this thing may not be working before it starts. You know.
Yeah, cool.
Can I help him by simultaneously shooting an arrow?
Give me an attack roll first, then.
Just Yeah,
if you can do that, then I'll just coil straight away.
Let's go.
Alright,
Go get that sponsorship.
I still just.
That'd be good.
That is quite a lot actually. 26.
Hits, yeah. Give me damage.
8.
8. Okay. Not bad.
How is it looking?
It's just under halfway there.
Does that
This fight's going to go on to next.
It's not going to go on much longer at all. Actually, I think you'll find.
Does that
Things
briefly
get very
open a
soon.
hole in the thing?
Yeah, well, you got to give me that hand. You give me that hand axe attack.
Well,
or
in
not?
that case, I'll just reach.
I don't think
through
you can call twice in a turn, can
Huh?
you? You can't call twice
No,
in a
but
turn.
if there's already a hole in it, I'll just
Okay.
go for that.
Stev's kind of shooting from a different angle.
Okay, cool. I'll go for my hand.
Okay, I would say this: using the hand axe will increase your chances.
Okay, cool. I'll go for the hand axe then. Box. 6, 12. I'll Hail Mary and precision attack.
Okay.
Hail Mary!
You never know.
Don't you still have bardic inspiration or not anymore?
No, I spent it.
I'm gonna roll an 8. It's fine.
What did
I
you get?
did.
8. So it's 20 total.
praise.
Hits.
Yeah. So
Nice.
And then I want to coil
Sick.
in.
Okay, well, give me damage for the hand axe first.
Okay. Hand axe is 1d6. No. Yeah, that's 4.
4. That's all right. Okay, and now give me it's a grapple check, isn't it?
I would like to also, it is, and I was wondering if I can use, because I'm going to specifically grab an object, can I use precision attack to sort of aid in that?
I think this would be disarming strike, if anything.
Fine.
So,
Disarming strike then?
yeah. But not precision attack as well, I don't think. That might be pushing it a bit.
No, okay. So I don't know how disarming strike will help.
Well, it doesn't really do anything, but like, I'll
I'll
burn one of your things.
burn one of my things.
Cool, so we're making contested athletics, right?
You can have, I mean, if it counts as coil, you can have athletics or acrobatics.
I'm going to use athletics because it's better at that. Ooh.
Ooh, what does that mean, Liam?
Ooh. 21.
It's literally, it got 21. I don't know who wins here.
Shannon decided.
What happens now?
Can I burn another disarming to like?
I would say because you're burning a whatever it's called, a special dice. I will allow it. I will allow an even to break in your favour.
This is gonna like immediately do nothing to help, isn't it?
Okay.
I don't want to put it. I don't want to, if possible, touch the prism beyond like grabbing the plumb cord or whatever. Because you said it was on a thing.
Oh yeah, sure. So you don't want to touch the prism. You want to try to grab the vine around the neck and pull it.
Oh, is it around the neck?
Yeah. So it's got like a
Oh
necklace.
no, in that case,
Place.
fuck it. I'll grab the prism.
You are dead.
Maybe.
Okay. I guess that's. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw? That's better be a fucking good one as well.
Oh no! That's not awful.
18.
18. You grab this thing and wrench, and then suddenly just everything goes black. You have no sensation. The world is darkness, and something underneath it moves. Like a leviathan.
Like a snake.
Not quite.
Oh.
Too great a mass. Too undefined.
What do we see?
You see nothing.
Have I managed?
You've seen him shatter this and reach through and wrench out this amulet. Fucking Christ. Okay, hold on 1 second.
Didn't expect us to do that, did you?
I didn't think you'd be this reckless, but okay. Right. At this point, I have to assume control of Tumbleheart as you become a very powerful psychic.
In a good way?
I don't think so.
Okay. You wrench this thing out, you see it, and Tumbleheart kind of freezes for a moment, and you see the esper, the power kind of dissipates from them, the darkness over their eyes goes, and they just suddenly clatter to the ground in a panic. Tumbleheart just stands there, and a blackness begins to move through the kind of plant vines, and the wind almost stops. That's the end of your turn for sure. Babus.
What did you do?
Steve.
She gets a magic 20 and comes back to life.
It's Dog's turn.
Okay.
All right.
Never mind.
Right.
I would say at this point, because it's the first check, 20 would just give you 2
I
successes.
know, but
wouldn't
I
you,
said
Megan?
magic, not.
Sure, fair enough. Dog's turn.
Where is Dog? He got blasted against the wall.
Yeah, but he's
You
still.
made a little.
He's got 7 hit points, I think,
Okay.
so far as I'm aware. Right? He took 29 damage.
You can be resurrected. Dog's not helping you anymore.
Okay.
We gave him the life potion.
Oh yeah, we did.
Oh yeah, you did.
Who did? Wait, you
Oh.
gave?
I have the life.
No.
Fuck me.
You were the one I trusted the most.
Thank you guys for
You
tuning in.
idiot!
Oh, Tumbleheart.
We've just got character art made for these characters.
To lose them so soon.
We can do
To die so
we can
young.
Do prequels. We can do prequels.
Oh, that'd be nice. That'd be lovely.
Right, what's Dog doing?
I don't know what Dog's doing. I don't know.
How much regret? do
Could
you
heal
feel
Hababus
now?
again if you want.
What?
Could heal Hababus
I
again.
really like
Not much. It seemed
you-
like the thing to do. I was like, if you grab the plant cords, then it might just like not come off.
Yeah, I'm gonna go heal Hababus again as a level 2 spell again.
It felt like the right thing to do.
Are you out of level 2 spells now?
I have 1 left.
No, you got 3. All right.
No, I've got 2. I've only used I've used heal and things once.
Oh no,
No,
3
no.
in total is what I mean.
What?
You used a second. You did second level
I have 2 level 2 spell slots
left, or in total.
in total.
Yeah, so this is using up your last one.
Yeah, I will be out of it.
You're
Sorry,
both
they
saying the same
we're
thing.
saying the
to
same
each
thing.
other.
We're saying the same thing. I'm stressed. Okay, I'm stressed. I'm not going to use it for enhance.
Yeah. Just heal Hababus. Roll the dice. Shall I roll it for you?
No.
2d8 plus. I don't have a second.
Taking
D8.
too long? Oh no,
Yeah.
I rolled really badly. Roll.
Oh dear.
Get your dice ready, Harry.
8, 9, 10.
13?
Are you adding the? Are
Sorry,
you adding the
I'm
wisdom
making
modifier?
Yes, I am +2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Hababus, again, you've been knocked to the side. You wake up again with the dog over you.
I'm having to stay very stunned because I had an idea.
Yeah,
but I'm very
no.
much
I'm
not
really
stunned
starting to put
myself.
two and two together with the dog now.
Right, that's dog done. Okay.
The dog is not a good dog.
Yeah, but I don't know it's psychic, but now I've woken up 3 times.
I just keep waking up with the dog sitting on top of me. I don't get it.
Right. The Esper is going to pick themselves up. Do they see anyone here?
When you say the Esper, do you mean?
No, I mean the Esper you've been fighting so far. Who would they see? So they're at the top. Tumbleheart's there. They've fallen. I guess they would see Stev. Tetsu they would see. Hababus not so much. You're underneath everything. I guess they're just going to try to claw at you and try to grab it back from you, and crying out, "No! The power will destroy him!" Or it.
Don't worry, look at me.
Definitely fails. What's your charisma modifier? Oh wait, it doesn't matter. Your AC is currently 25.
Okay.
No.
Because you have a charisma of 22.
No. Why did we create a more powerful enemy?
Not necessarily.
Wait, so hold on.
Yeah.
Oh!
They are clawing with desperation and just kind of boom, boom, bouncing off of some invisible bubble around Tumbleheart, who is just kind of slowly kind of pulsing. It's now.
I can't kill him.
It's Stev's turn and Tumbleheart's turn. I will do Tumbleheart after Stev. What is Stev doing?
I'm gonna burn him.
Remember.
Tumbleheart, you alright?
You can tell something's going wrong
What
with
can I,
Tumbleheart.
like, you said his branches or whatever begin to darken.
Like there is just a darkness coalescing through his form.
Can I, like, work out what's going on with him?
Yeah, no, I mean at this point, like, look, the lightning was going up and the Esper was channeling it into this
But I'm
object.
really thick.
Yeah, but
remember.
like this is just a basic this is object
Okay,
association.
yeah.
Power into the thing, then Tumbleheart took it. Now he's turning all dark.
Okay. Oh dear. All I can do is shoot arrows, really. So
Also command dog. I mean, you can do anything
I
a
can't.
person could do.
Dog can't do anything within reason.
No, that's true. You could bite Hababus as a reaction.
Yeah, I could bite her baby. Great.
Yeah.
Which
You've
is
got to.
fine.
Well, you can try to shoot. You can try to shoot the Aramanthine prison, which is still out. It's still kind of extended out
The what?
out of his hand.
I could?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know that was even like visible anymore. I thought you said.
Yeah, no, he's just like, but for a plant.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to try and shoot that out of his hand.
Give me a bloody attack
Definitely.
roll.
100%. And I'm going to use my inspiration.
Well, you roll and then you can use it. You may succeed in the first roll.
I did succeed on that deceit check though against you, that I had inspiration.
Wait, so you don't have
No, I
inspiration?
don't have inspiration.
Have I given you inspiration in this game?
No, you gave me one a few games ago. That's not great, is it?
I never had inspiration.
Didn't you?
You don't need it now.
You tell you
I
what,
did need it last roll.
I'll give you Tumbleheart's inspiration.
Well, I could have used it on that bloody check, couldn't I? No, I'm kidding.
I got 15.
We're a bit
You
beyond
got
that
15.
We're fucked.
You got inspiration or not?
I don't have inspiration.
I'll let you burn Tumbleheart's inspiration.
I'm burning double heart inspiration.
No! That's 17.
No, it just boom, bounces off the air.
25 AC.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Unacceptable.
he gets to add his charisma modifier to the AC, and the thing gives him a charisma of 22.
I'm so sorry, sir.
It's okay. It's okay.
Babus, it's your turn. You've seen just kind of panicking, shooting upwards, even more so than he was before. What are you doing?
Do I run away?
Your father has disappeared as well as the person attacking you.
My person attacking me.
Your personal person attacking you.
How far away is Seb?
I guess he's 30 feet up. Yeah.
Oh, wait, a cone. Who people?
You could, if you came out the side, you could hit Tumbleheart and the Esper and no one else.
No, I am the esper now.
Good.
We should pick a name. We call him Ronnie.
What a risk.
Well, call him Mouse because that's the his spirit animal, right? So.
What's your wisdom?
Hibabus lets out her fierce battle cry.
Oh, that's a good thing. I'm going to do that too. But first of all, I'm going to get real classy. Maximum curse. All the curses.
Okay.
I'm going to die soon.
So you go out, you look to Tumbleheart, and you clasp your hands together. Do you want to? And then it's a dexterity saving throw, right?
Dexterity saving throw,
Oh, brilliant!
yes.
Because you're not very good at these.
10 plus,
I'm not.
So, yeah.
I actually think, I know I've got a lot of health, but I think I am probably easier to kill.
Yeah, because your dex is really bad, right?
Yeah. Okay. So Tumbleheart, I've got a 3.
Yes!
Is frozen all of a
Sorry.
sudden, and the Esper.
No, don't be sorry.
What's the AC on it?
18.
18.
3d10 plus my current curse points. Well, what's a d10? That maybe? Got a 0? Yeah.
It is?
Yeah, thank you.
The Esper also gets hit.
This.
Right.
Really nervous.
Yeah, me too. Christ.
9, 17,
17.
22.
Are we attacking?
22, and he's restrained.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you see Hibabus come out and clasp her hands together, and these just kind of beams of light escaping through the gaps, and then blasts out this cone, and suddenly there's frost coating one side of this structure, and Tumbleheart and the Esper are just frozen in place. Tumbleheart frozen holding this prism.
And I now have to do a curse roll.
Yeah, coast roll. You add how?
Yeah,
I think
8.
5 points, so you're on 8. You're adding 8 to this roll now.
I know what I'm
Should we
adding.
cut the
Me.
Where
I'm
are
an
you
esper
holding
now.
it? Has he still got his arm out?
He's still got his vines out.
How
grasping the
far
thing.
out is it? 'Cause
He grasped this thing and then just like froze up
I
immediately.
take 4.
Oh, so it's 10
4
feet.
damage.
It's 10 feet.
Oh, is that it? You got a good roll. Nice.
Good roll. I still take
It's
4
10 foot
damage.
out.
4 necrotic damage, yeah.
Liam, it's 10 foot out. If he froze when he grabbed
The second
it,
I grabbed it.
it was
Oh, you pulled it into its
10
5 foot out.
foot.
5
away.
Pulled it back and then was like,
Right, we cut. We.
And
Yeah, I was
we
gonna
were
say-
really
okay.
comfortable.
I've got one more thing to do.
yeah. Those of you just see Hibabus, bit of blood runs out of her nose.
Can I just mutter under my breath? Fucking hypocrite.
Could I call upon the talents of one of our actors?
Yeah.
Which one of you wants to give out like a bellowing war cry?
Let's not pick the mics.
I'll give you a quiet bellow
Alright.
war cry.
What
What kind of?
Like an inspiring one.
I think I think you were supposed to come up with this, aren't you?
I did, and I did it through him.
Oh, okay.
And it's
It's like I'm around.
I would have given you inspiration for a good war
Like
cry.
Alan Partridge, if he's
Yeah.
a
not the kind of thing that Shannon
Okay, you give
Yeah.
a rallying cry, so that's everyone gains.
8 back.
So
Except for 8 hit points back.
I guess you're not counting Tumbleheart in this
I'm
though.
not. He's not an ally anymore. Sorry.
It's okay.
Right, that's a baby. So that was a fucking cool turn.
Thank
It's dog's
you.
turn.
Bite his fucking arm off.
I might have done some maths wrong, but it's okay. Dog is still alive, but much less than I thought it was before.
Why? What's his hit point maximum?
It's now 32.
So it's on 3 then, isn't it?
So I'm on 36. I'm quite good.
Yeah.
You did just get a +8.
Yeah, it's on 3.
I do want to be clear. He's stood outside and just fired arrows in.
3
It's
plus
not
8,
not
5.
as many hit points. I just
5. 3 plus 8. I'm not working. 11.
did it heal itself?
No, I got healed by.
Healed by-
Oh yeah, of course.
And I'm going up to max again. That's
Yeah.
nice.
When it's dog's turn, what's dog doing?
Dog is going to run up and attempt to use command spell
Tumbleheart is frozen solid currently.
on Tumbleheart.
So commanding, you can't command them to move at all
But
because
can
they
I
can't
command
move.
them to drop it?
No, because they can't move.
But surely drop the specifically.
No, Harry, they
I
can't move, so he can't
because
let go
I'm
of the thing
frozen.
to drop it.
Okay, fair enough.
What? The thing that was me is frozen.
All right.
Actually, let me roll initiative for someone else who's a spectator to this. Okay.
Excellent.
yeah,
That's
okay.
good. Nice. Good to know. Initiative for them though. What?
Do I?
Oh, this fight's taking a while, eh?
It is taking a while.
What's dog doing?
It's just going to bite at the tendril.
Okay, it's going to run up and
It's
try
going
to
to
bite.
run up and try and bite at the tendril.
Yeah, okay.
Bite them.
I was in so you will hear a voice you do not recognise, kind of coming from one of the beads around your chest. They must not touch the prism.
Is it Lucky's voice?
No, it's not his voice.
Sounded like Gandalf the Grey.
Samwise Gamgee.
Is the esper just pouring at Tumbleheart?
No, the esper is frozen solid as well.
Froze people.
Right.
So the dog is running up and biting at what? The vine, the frozen vine
Yeah.
with the amaranth in it. Yeah, fetch. It's getting a stick.
Might he snap it in half?
If it's frozen.
Yeah, for sure. You kidding me?
Because I mean, it's full of water anyway, so if that's
Yeah,
frozen.
full of water, frozen. You're on
You'll
10
be
hit
all right.
points.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You'll be all right.
Give me a. Well, it's going to attack roll an advantage because they're restrained.
All right.
Two dice.
And
First person to lose an arm this.
Just a
game
plus
isn't
five.
a baby.
I don't have arms.
First person to lose a limb.
Yeah.
I'm just +5 on these, I think. Yes.
I think it's just +5 to the attack rolls.
20.
I think you should retire this dice.
I think we should definitely get rid of this one. 21.
Hits.
He's not touched.
Do I get any bonus damage?
Who's talking?
Because
to
it's
me in my
brittle.
deeds?
We will
no bonus damage.
Maybe it's there.
2
But it's
d4.
my
Oh, it's
beads.
d4s. Can I have some d4s?
Beans?
Those are d4s, right?
How many do you need?
Just 2.
I'm going to assume being frozen solid while in the transition to being an esper will put something of a hiatus on the expansion of your telekinetic shielding.
6.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Plus DC 13 strength saving throw or it's getting knocked over.
Okay, cool. Failed. You can't really be knocked over while frozen solid. I will say this. Given you're frozen in place, and this would tip you sideways if it were to knock you,
Oh, shut him.
well, I'm going to say the momentum is going to tear your limb off.
Sweet.
Okay.
I got more.
Dog clambers up, just races up this thing, and just like bites into this thing and just rips this thing off, and just kind of shatters part of the way and skids down the other side of this thing,
Can it-
holding a vine with this prism on it.
As part of this jump, can it also just throw it
Eat
away?
it.
I can demonstrate with the pencil if you'd like.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Alright, so hold this as if it is part of your arm. Right, hold it out.
Right, where's it tossed? Okay, give me. I'm going to roll an athletics check for it.
10.
Okay. Right, it throws, and you see it just kind of skid onto the kind of the lowermost floor level. But it's still there.
That limb that I lost.
Yeah.
Actually, no, I'll ask this later.
Right. That was dog. Now it's the Esper's turn, so they're making a save against restraint, aren't they? Oh, you didn't make a save, did you? Did you?
I didn't-
When do they make the
No.
save against being restrained? Is it your turn or their turn?
At the end of its turns.
Shoot. Okay, well, I'm
A
going
lovely
to
sound
hold
over a microphone.
What's it against? Is it dexterity or strength?
Lovely smell.
Strength saving throw.
DC 13, right?
It was DC 18.
No, when you made the spell, it's a DC 18.
Yeah, because I got 5 cast points.
Oh, because you correspond. Yeah, okay, well, good. Tumbleheart fails. The Esper doesn't quite succeed. Poor Espy. Poor Espy, poor mouse.
Do they-
The Espy is still frozen solid. Tetsu, it's your turn.
Do they both seem as if they are possessed by this thing? Because
They're frozen solid.
Both frozen solid.
but the Esper changed when the thing was removed from.
You know that they still were an Esper. They seem to gain some level of clarity while it was wrenched off of them, and Tumbleheart started to undergo a process. But you've seen them have clarity for moments before. You don't know if they're freed, as it were.
But they're frozen.
Yeah.
How big is this? This thing? I can't remember what it's called. It's a very
Triangular
simple
prism.
shape. Triangular prism.
About this big.
Big. All right. They mustn't touch it. I'm gonna fire a blast arrow at it.
You're gonna try to blow it up.
Yeah.
Sick.
We're all done for.
Okay.
I've got I've got to see if I can hit it first, but
No, this is good. This is good. I want this. Okay.
Someone in chat apparently guessed what the thing was.
The Aramanthine Prison.
Yeah.
Because they played the game.
Ah, nice.
inside.
Are
that
we
the
doing
same
a bad
person
thing,
that warned us
chat?
Oh yeah.
Don't tell us.
Am I doing a terrible
Don't tell
thing?
Don't tell us.
We're all doing terrible things.
Do the roll. Come on.
You're gonna.
I've already made the decision.
You don't have to.
Do it.
You do a blast arrow at Tumbleheart and the Esper. You'll blow them to bits.
No, I don't want to blow them to bits.
No.
Good point. Okay, give me the roll.
We're running out of time. Is it mercifully bad?
17.
17.
No, it's not. It's more. It's 19.
I'm gonna say that it's
Yeah, it is.
fairly easy shots for the ground. Blows up. So do you want to give me damage?
Yeah, I really do.
So I believe that's 1d8 plus 2d6 plus something else.
Yeah. Sorry, I've been acting on impulse. Yeah. 1d8 plus 2d6. Okay. Boom.
Oh!
16.
16 damage to the prism itself. So you blow this thing and it kind of scatters around. As you see the flames die away, smoke dissipates in the wind. It is still intact, but you do see bits of black lightning are arcing off of it.
What are you doing?
I
What
think
are you doing?
at this point I have to give the prism initiative. Didn't quite realise it would get this taken out of contact, out of equipment. Okay,
I hate this game.
I love it.
right.
Both
That's
me and
Tetsu.
Seb have made
Steph-
terrible decisions.
Stev's turn. Tumbleheart at the end. Can you give me a check against being restrained?
That my shoot back. Is it strength saving?
Strength, just add 3. Oh, I'm sorry. I should be rolling for you. Stev's turn. Stev's turn.
That's mine first.
Oh, sorry.
Keep us up.
I am going
19.
to. Steb is going to run up and try and climb all the way up to them.
Okay, give me an athletics check.
Okay.
That's going to be a dash to get all the way to them.
Within viewing distance of them.
Oh, you can see them right now.
Better than this, though, right? Like,
Okay, sure.
I'm going to use as
You can
much
go forward and
movement
get
as
up to
I
the next
can.
level,
Okay, yeah. And I don't need athletics for that, or do I?
Yeah, I'm going to say just a little athletics.
Natural one. Here we go. Okay, 15 plus.
Yeah, you're fine.
I'm fine.
You
20.
shimmy up and land
Lovely.
where her babies first went before she got, tapped by her dad.
And they're still both just frozen there.
Yeah. Although you can notice there's a kind of breaking in the ice coating Tumbleheart. Didi may break free this very turn.
I'm going to shoot Tumbleheart, and Dog's going to rip more of his limb off.
Fuck me.
Why?
Non-lethally.
Okay.
But he doesn't have the thing
Well,
anymore.
give me an attack roll then, on advantage.
I'm not taking any
I'm
chance.
taking,
Give me an attack roll.
I'm taking Tumbleheart down
But
in
he's
one.
probably fine.
If he's still evil, I'm taking him down in one move.
Or can I? The Esper is just also
Frozen.
Frozen. Does it look like they're waking up?
It's not their turn yet. It's trying
Can
to
I
break free.
shout, get the Esper, not the plant?
No, come on. We need to fasten the pace
Okay,
up.
I'm going for Tumbleheart. Dog is going for Esper. All right.
Son advantage, I believe.
I'm still on advantage. Nice. It's an arrow, by the way, at 20, not natural.
Against Tumbleheart.
Against Tumbleheart.
Yep.
We're going non-lethally, so I'm trying to pin an arm to something, alright?
Also, I'm not sure I can use a shield while I'm restrained.
That's a good point.
My AC is down by 2, I think.
That's 20 anyway. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Is the chat saying anything about me blowing up this?
So, there's nothing to really pin him to. You loose the arrow, and it just skewers into one of the kind of central vines of Tumbleheart, and as he breaks through the ice, he just kind of tumbles down the side of this thing.
Hey.
You're on 0 hit points.
Am I?
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
Thanks.
Right, and the dog is biting at the
And the
esper.
dog is biting at, who is also on advantage, right?
Yes.
Ooh, 16.
Yeah, hits.
2d4s. 1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
4 damage and another DC 13 saving throw. Strength saving throw.
Natural 20.
Nice.
I'm not sure what that means though. I mean, he's trying to break out of the ice, so like being knocked over might help, but whatever. Okay, that's dog done. Esper's turn. AC again?
18.
Just made 18. Finally fucking breaking out. Yeah, baby.
Oh, we're gonna die now.
The dog
Shouldn't have shot Tumbleheart.
bites, and this esper kind of, as they tumble backwards, I guess, manages to break out of this ice. They kind of look around, panicked. Let's give them a perception check of their life. Okay.
I don't like it when you do that.
Tell me, everyone. I want to do this group-based. Do you think a 15 score on a perception check is just enough to see a little black prism lying down there?
I think if it worked in like the context of just seeing a little black prism, maybe, but in the context of having just been frozen solid, shot with arrows, bitten by a dog, I'm not sure.
Well, here's the thing.
How far
But this
does
is
it go?
okay. So that's fair. Disadvantage. However, strong psychic connection to the thing it's looking for. Advantage cancel out.
Then yeah, probably. 15.
It got thrown off 2 stories, right?
Yeah, it's scattered down. It's on the lower
Anyway,
level where there's
so
a lot
how
of
far
room.
away is it?
Oh, it's fairly far away.
That's like 100
But it is arcing lightning.
No, it's about 80 feet.
Okay, it's 80 feet.
Oh yeah, it's true. Lightning's coming off of it.
Yeah,
I think it can
yeah,
see
I
it.
think it
I think
can
it can
see
see
it.
it. I think that's fair enough.
I'm gonna fucking hit it again.
He's just going to be running after it.
Okay, yeah, he does. He dashes down,
I
tumbling
want an
towards this
attack of
thing.
opportunity from the dog, please.
Yeah, sure. Give me an attack.
Does the DC 13 saving throw still happen if I have an attack of opportunity? Given that's kind of innate to his bite.
Yeah,
It'll
sure.
be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Natural 20.
Sick. All right, yeah, hits. Give me damage.
It's only a 14-year-old boy.
So roll 14, double it. But you've got to pick up the pace here, everyone. It's 9:30.
This dog
Roll 14. What does that
No,
mean?
roll 2d4, sorry, and double
Oh
that.
dear. 2, 3, 4, plus the 2, 5, 6. 6
Amazing.
damage.
Hands
Strength
in with Harry.
check.
Go for it.
I'm afraid it passes that
Go
strength
for
check.
its Achilles. Go for its Achilles.
Yeah, your dog tears at him, draws a bit of blood, but this guy's tumbling down, and he does pass the athletic checks to get down to this thing. It's now the prism's turn, given that you started assailing it.
I hate this game.
Given the circumstances, this prism definitely wants to get back to an esper. So I'm going to roll to see how much it can motivate itself. The esper starts rolling along the ground towards Mouse, who's racing towards it, but doesn't reach him.
Have you guys seen that movie about the like tire that kills people with its?
Rubber, yeah.
Tetsu, it's your turn.
All right, we're going for it again. And how close is the Esper?
Oh, they're within like 5, 10 feet.
Well, then blasting arrow is going to hit both of them. Then.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby.
All right, who are you attacking? Mouse or the prism?
Prism.
Sure.
Okay.
Does blasting arrow round temporal radius or
24.
Yeah. Give me some damage. Get right on the damage, guys.
Okay. 5, 8.
Yep. That's 8 damage to the goddamn
Do you not
prism.
add anything to that?
Oh, no,
And how much fire damage is that?
7.
Thank
It's the
you.
2d6, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you managed to blast a bit of
This is like a
mouse.
normal arrow plus.
Yes.
Because if that's the case, you add your.
Okay, God, I'm nervous.
Oh, do I
right,
add that as well? Oh, I'm...
Stev, Tumble Hearts, you're on 0 hit
how much
points.
4.
Okay.
So it's +4 damage on the
I'm sorry, I gave you the wrong reading.
Okay.
Wrong reading.
Right, Stev's turn.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot at the esper.
Okay.
That's weird.
What?
It's a weird choice.
No, fuck you.
Shoot the Esper.
Shooting the esper.
Come on, just get on right on it,
Sorry.
guys. Up next is Hebabus.
God almighty, 15.
15.
hit.
Oh yeah, that will hit them now.
Nice. 3, 4. Wait, was it +3? Yes, +3. 6 damage.
Okay. Hebabus.
I'm gonna follow your goofy plan. 2 arrows at the.
Does the
prison
thing get scattered as well with the blasting?
Is the Esper
I mean, it doesn't have an additional effect of moving things around. It's just like it basically kind of creates a bloom of fire. Hebabus' turn.
Also, just if you don't have any healing spells or anything, you can like stabilize someone, but you can't bring them back, right?
You need medicinal skill to stabilize someone, but yeah.
But unless you have healing
Don't
spells,
worry.
you can't. Okay.
Well, you can't bring them back to.
That's a natural
poss-
1 and a 19 plus things.
What did you just roll? Is that attack?
Oh, attack on the cube with my bow. The prism with my
It's
bow.
a triangular prism, but yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay, natural 1 and
At 19 plus things.
that one hits.
Okay.
Attacking this fucking thing.
I love it.
7.
Very rebel.
Again, your things are glancing off it. It still seems perfect in form, but
Why are
lightning
you
can
shooting the prison?
pour more from it as you incur its wrath.
Steph!
Dog's turn.
I think you're really inspirational. Oh, my accent, sorry.
Dog's turn.
So that's
dog-
inspiration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, nice, thanks.
Sorry, I'm unconscious.
I don't think I can reach the esper because it dashed.
No,
How
it's,
far
far,
did
it's,
it
far,
dash?
it's too far away for you to reach unless
How
you
far
dash
did it
and get
dash?
next to them.
How many feet?
They dash 60 feet.
60 feet. Ah, infuriating.
And also a different angle to you, so you've got a ways to
I
go.
thought it'd be easier to smash
Um,
the
You could dash to them, but you couldn't move an action.
I want to see what the range of cause fear is. Sorry.
60 feet, I think we're 120. Either way, you'll be able to get within range.
It's going to run 50 feet towards it. Or if I dash, can I block its path, or can I not at all?
You can try to.
Rugby
You know.
tackle.
Can I dash and block its path so that I get an attack of opportunity when it tries to run past me?
No, because
I need to be
they're more or less
engaged,
right next
yeah.
to each other, so.
Okay. I'm gonna move 50 feet towards it and cast Cause Fear on
Cool.
the Esper.
And what roll is that?
It's a Wisdom saving throw.
What's the DC?
Mine, which is just +2, which means it's my stealth class modifies Wisdom, right? So +2. So that's
Did it'll
your
say?
proficiency.
It'll say.
yeah, spell save DC 13.
It just got 13, I'm afraid.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
Sorry. Right, that's dog. It's the Esper's fucking turn, baby.
Oh, now we're all dead.
I'm gonna see if it
We
can.
need to kill this fucking guy.
Yep. Okay. The dog runs through, but it kind of tumbles over him and grasps at this thing, and just kind of stands up still. Turns around. It's holding the prism.
I thought I didn't want the prism. We did the whole, save yourselves. Bullshit.
Right. At this, they're gonna do a proper goddamn spell.
Gotta think we should have probably hit the esper.
Yeah,
while its AC was down.
Maybe I shouldn't have shot Tumble Hearts
So
to
it's
death.
there.
No, actually, maybe that was good. because
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe.
If I also was going to keep.
Can everyone give me a Constitution saving throw?
Brilliant,
So-
yes, love it.
Sorry,
My
is it-
favourite game.
Except for you, you're out.
17.
16. Is that another one?
I mean, you can't get like a nat 1 on saving throws, but it's still a 1. Still a 1.
Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'm so bad at maths.
Good, you are.
Not very good rolls here.
Good. Hooray.
Oh, that's nice.
Stop rolling.
That's Tumbleheart doing.
How are you rolling this many times?
Because the prism is angry because I shot him with explosive arrows.
No, it's going to burn its 5th level spell. Is what it's one done.
5th level.
Right.
No.
Who? What do we get? 1.
16.
16.
Sorry, 15 for Stev, 20. What's 17 plus 5? 22 for dog.
Okay, and Tumbleheart. Right, well this is interesting. This is very interesting.
Is it? Because we all die.
I did roll surprisingly well, and I'm quite sorry for this.
It's not surprising anymore, Liam. Jesus.
Okay, everyone takes 35 points of thunder damage. Where does that put everyone? Except for Dog, interestingly.
I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Down. Tetsu.
Up.
Up.
44 minus 35. Up.
Step still up.
9.
Sick.
Is that?
Dog is not up.
No.
Dog
Dog
didn't take the damage.
is.
it instant death?
Dog didn't take the damage, Liam said.
Dog didn't take the damage?
No, Dog does take damage. Well, how much health has Dog got? Takes half, so...
That's a 5 health, so.
Oh yeah, okay, fine, sorry. Right, okay, bit of narrative here. You see they now get up holding the prism and just kind of let go of it again, and as it spins, a spin in the air, lightning off it, they bring out their hands and clap them together around it, and a wave of destruction just carves a fucking hole through the building you're on, scattering stone out the other side. You're now standing on a ground that has almost nothing beneath it except for a massive drop into the building kind of complex below. Tumbleheart, Hababus, and Dog are fucking gone. You don't know where they are.
Oh.
I should have hit the esper, I'm sorry.
Esper does manage to succeed its saving throw. At the end of its turn, though, to resist the prism. A moment of clarity will return to it, and they will go, "Get out of here, please! You have to go!" And that's all they've got to say in their turn. Right, Tetsu, it's your turn.
Please do good.
Blast arrow, baby!
I think you're out. You only get 2 arrows, don't you?
Oh, do I?
You do have a limit on how many arrows you can
Oh,
fire.
that's a shame. Okay, just a normal arrow then. Just a
Are
normal.
you sure there's nothing else you can do?
It's literally
Maybe a spell or something?
nothing to help us. The only one I can literally do is arc lightning, so I'll do arc lightning.
Is that better than an arrow?
Yeah. It's cooler than an arrow. It's more
Sure.
cinematic.
Right, we haven't got much time. Tetsu, you run up, cast out Arc Lightning.
Nat 20!
Nat 20, you hit.
It's a level 2 fighting level.
Sure, just give me the damage roll.
D12s. Where are they?
Maybe is it 2d12?
2d12s.
Let's just do, what's Stev doing now?
Is there one?
Harry,
Yes.
what's Stev doing?
That's
Stop running it now.
He is going to shoot another arrow, Albert.
12
Do I get any
damage.
damage?
I
Oh,
also
it crit, didn't it?
Yeah, so you double what you rolled on the dice.
24.
24. Sweet.
I also want to afterwards hold up my hexagonal medallion at it.
Give me, no, actually no. What's your Arcana modifier?
My Arcana modifier is +5.
Nothing happens. Okay, you cast lightning, it casts over their form, burning their flesh, but they just kind of stand there taking it, and you see tears begin to fall from their eyes.
Oh, I'm
that-
killing a child. My God, this is
20
awful.
not natural.
Hits.
Okay, then 7.
7 damage. Okay, you hit it with an arrow in the shoulder. Just sticks in this time. It's just hanging there. They're fairly badly beaten up, but it's their turn now.
Mathematically, how badly?
How badly is it their turn?
No, how badly are they beaten?
What
We
do you-
could die here.
They could win.
Already have died here.
Okay.
Can I hold Hector, please?
Yeah.
Thanks,
Don't
man.
think I need him anymore.
Oh, hold on, let me look this up. It's burning through its spell slots, I will say that.
Oh, good. No
Oh,
more
well,
first level ones.
every cloud,
and,
eh?
and really ineffectually as well.
What's your AC?
Stev, 15.
I'm afraid every one of these hits. 7,
So on you.
10, 15, and then last one I got crit. 16. That's 31 points of fire damage.
Yeah, that's me out.
You see they just put their hands over the prism and 3 beams come and just arc around and just hit Steph in the chest, and you just see him tumble back
Oh, scorching
over
ray.
the
Not
edge of one of
cool.
these floors.
31.
It's now just you and the Esper.
So sorry, Sam.
It's your turn. What are you doing?
My last second level spell slot. I Just say.
You can maintain your arc lightning, I believe.
Yeah, I'll be
sure.
maintaining that then.
So do you do an attack roll or do you just deal damage to it? I think you just deal damage to it.
Just deal damage.
So it's
yeah.
1d12.
Okay.
Did you crit the first time?
No, sorry,
thoughts are
that's a bit
Is
cheeky.
Lovely. Oh, that's what I want to see.
Is it a 1 or a 12?
It's a 2.
Oh, sorry, mate. Okay, narrative I think comes in at this point. You're the last one left. I will say you got really close to getting its hit points, all of its hit points, which is really impressive. As your lightning, you're holding your lightning over this thing and it's arcing over its form, burning it. It's just kind of walking slowly towards you, still crying, although its tears are evaporating now with kind of heat of its telekinetic power. And it just grabs you in turn and this lightning begins arcing off you. Let's just, for sure. How many hit points have you got left?
5.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Really glad this one up.
Oh, only we'd shot the esper
If
rather
only
than
we'd
the
shot the
rather than
esper.
the
That's
ambulance.
13 necrotic damage you take as this thing grasps you and this lightning arcs into you and you feel the strength, the very life force ebb from your bones and you see your hands begin to wizen slightly and age a hand. As this energy courses through and begins to heal the wounds. The only thing you hear before you lose consciousness is, "I'm sorry. Please kill me." And then darkness. Got a little bit more here.
Do we lose? Is this
Is this the end?
Did we ruin D&D? Do we come back next
Is
Thursday?
this working? Okay. Tetsu. You hear a gentle, repetitive ringing sound, like the tolling of a small bell. And you open your eyes to a grand ascending stairway of black glass. The ring comes with each slow footfall upon another step, and the hypnotic sound lulls any feeling other than the quiet impulse to continue forward. Weird music, I know. Looking around, I think someone's playing music outside as well, which is really annoying. Looking around, you see you're on the climb into a grand palace, all formed of the same black glass you step upon, and behind you, the jungle cud. For a moment, you look back across that tangled canopy and hear distant calls of familiar voices, before turning back to the steps and your ascension. I wish someone outside wasn't trying to freestyle right now. The Black Palace is vast in size, comparable to a mountain. Even the preceding courtyard you now walk up to is larger than any construct you've ever encountered. Reaching the top of these steps, you look out across said courtyard and the palace grounds beyond. Strange, singularly unnerving geometries have been achieved with the black glass that forms the entirety of this place. The edifice of the walls is a twisting, roiling design carved to impossible precision, and beyond, in the palace grounds, groves of black obelisks rise in writhing shapes. At the center of this entire construct is a great monolith, of simplicity stark in its contrast to the work around it, a great triangular pillar, as tall as it is wide. Before you in the courtyard is a pool filled with still silver water, and in its reflection, it doubles the height of the monolith, and you recognize this as the triangular prism that the esper held. Walking into this courtyard, what are you doing?
I walk up towards the prison.
So there's a pool in front of you, and then
Yeah.
a massive grounds up towards this grand prison.
Okay.
That's-
Can I look in? See if my reflection's in the water.
Looking into the silver pool, it reflects you like a mirror. And as you look back up, you see across the other side, not on the plane you walk, but in the reflection, is Lucky. Kind of sits there with a sad look on his face at the edge across from you.
Can I shout over to him?
Sure, what are you saying?
Did I fail, Lucky? Lucky.
He reaches into a bag and pulls out a black hemisphere, the object you saw before in his bag as well, along with your oscilloscope, and just kind of shows it to you. And then kind of just drops it and it falls into the water but does not emerge on the other side.
So So do I still have all my stuff on me? Can I check my bag and see if I've got...
Sure.
Check my bag and see if...
Do you believe it would be there?
Yeah.
Then it's there.
What do I do with it?
And he, on his wheelchair, begins to slowly wheel back.
Do I understand what he means by that?
Up to you to interpret it. I don't think you're quite that dumb with the 14 intelligence.
No. What do I interpret from that?
He's not quite out of view. You can see him just kind of slowly wheeling.
Wait!
Pull.
More!
You reach out, but there's a pool in your way. I mean, what are you doing?
Can I touch?
It ripples like water.
Ripples like water. Can I walk around, or is it just?
No,
water
it
in the way?
occupies the entirety of the other side of the courtyard.
Am I holding it in my chrome hand?
What,
Can
the
I,
object?
Yeah, can I put it in my chrome hand, and or like I've got detect technology?
Yeah.
Yeah, detect technology.
Sure. I mean, it detects it as technology, but you see the language that spools out is not the one that usually comes, and it's incomprehensible gobbledygook. You don't know what this is.
Jesus, I don't know what to do. No idea what to do.
At this point, you hear a crunch in the kind of glass sand behind you, and look round to see Tumbleheart has also risen the steps and begins to move down, some kind of crunching in the glass sand as he moves, and just kind of goes neatly past you and descends into the silver liquid. Do you do anything as he goes?
Yeah, like reach out to grab him.
Grab him. You're pulling at him. He doesn't appear to stop or notice you. If anything, he's just trying to swat you off. Just staring straight ahead at the monolith.
Can I fire an arrow at them? No.
If you're holding on to him, he may start pulling you into this pool if you follow.
I don't know if I want to go. Well, it's the only thing I can do. I put the black orb in the water.
Just sinks.
Shit.
Tumbleheart is like, perhaps his uppermost vines are just sinking now, almost gone.
Okay, I grab the end of his...
Sure, give me a strength check.
Strength. 15.
15. Got 17. I know you got +3. He starts pulling you into the water. You fall.
Okay.
You sink into this, but it's not silver underneath. It's black. Just endless black, and you're kind of just wading through it. Perhaps furtive shapes beyond of Tumbleheart and beyond that Lucky as well. But as you go, they fade, and all their places, kind of these distant sounds of agony that you hear.
Can I breathe?
You try, if you want.
Yeah.
You open your mouth and
Okay.
drowning, and begin to
Swim back up.
retch. You try to swim, but you find no purchase in the water, and you're just sinking and sinking as these cries grow louder. Until from behind you, slender blue arms wrap around and wrench you backwards out of the silver water. You splutter as you're pulled up to the water side, and through hazy eyes you see the shape of a Hyotok, who you recognise from your dreams, but not from the waking world. His face overcast with shadow, and a white pelt hangs on his shoulders. He continues to pull you backwards, away from the silver pool and the monolith beyond, and as this dream begins to slowly melt away, the black palace gives way to jungle mangroves. The blue arms are gone, and instead something grips the back of your collar with its maw as it drags you through the dirt, before dropping you near other blurred, collapsed forms. You briefly hear the panting of a dog before your consciousness fades away. And we're going to end there.
Not fair.
All right. Thanks for watching, everyone.
I don't have work tomorrow. We can keep going.
That was episode 5. That was a good time.
That was good.
Everyone,
that was a good
Am
time.
I dead?
That was a good time.
Am I dead?
This isn't a game. This is you locking us in a room and torturing us 4 hours.
let's end the
I'm
stream.
gonna send the stream.
I've been in the toilet this entire time. Everyone, thanks for watching. Tune in next week.